this weather sucks in New York. I don't know where you're listening to us from, but, man, complimenting myself for being here today.
I hear you. It is awful, this weather. It hurts to go out in it.
It does. It really is awful. And I apologize for my vocal problems, but...
Wow, you're today. What happened?
I don't know. All I'm doing is sleeping and trying to get over this thing, but, you know, I think I'm going to up my vitamin C intake and hope for something to happen quickly.
Well, how much were you taking?
0. I've been taking a multivitamin and some echinacea.
I asked you about vitamin C last week. You lied to me.
Well, it's in my multivitamin.
Yeah, but that's not enough when you have a cold.
I lie to you a lot, so.
I know. I hear it. I know what you're up to.
Because I don't want you yelling at me. Oh, I'm so angry this morning. I can't even tell you how angry I am. And I know eventually everyone in the audience will say to me, you know, you're unnecessarily angry. What do you expect?
Is this about a particular thing?
Yeah. I'm just so friggin' angry. And I don't know what to do about it. And I don't want people calling me, telling me, you shouldn't be angry. Because I'm angry, you know, and don't tell me not to be.
Yeah, you can't take back your feelings. That's how you feel. But what are you angry about?
Maybe, since we're still interested in doing good radio, I should say, after these words, I'll tell you everything.
Okay.
But I'm tempted to just tell you.
Forget radio.
I'm just so pissed about something, and I don't want to be discounted here. And I'm going to get to the bottom of it on the air. Which will actually be good radio. My anger will be good radio. But
definitely. I mean, you might as well make something of it.
Yeah. Well, I even debated not going on the air with it, but I'm going on the air with it. I'm highly disgusted.
You're going to do a tape like...
Yeah, I am. I'm highly disgusted. I'm so sick of trying to keep up with these reality shows, too. That's the other thing. I'm trying to stay on top of everything so we can be current, but...
I think that's highly disgusting.
Joe Millionaire, why is he picking that ugly chick with the curly hair?
You know, there are moments that she can look okay, but then most times she doesn't.
Yeah. There's very few moments, but there are moments.
And he did. He booted out a girl who was decent to look at.
If you don't go too close on that
Not
face.
hard. Well, you know what? She was an Hawaiian Tropic model.
Yeah, 20 years ago.
Oh, you think it was 20 years?
Yeah,
I keep wondering, how in the hell could she be in the Hawaiian Tropic?
I don't know.
Somebody's lying.
And he's got to be the dumbest mother effer on the planet.
Have you ever seen More Blank Stares?
I mean, he doesn't even converse with these women.
No, they're doing things and moving around, and he just stands there with his mouth hanging open.
Wow. How could one guy be so stupid?
But it doesn't deter the women. That's the most amazing thing.
Yeah. Well, anyway, you know what? Forget Joe Millionaire. I could care less about that big dummy. I got to talk about what's irritating me today.
All right.
And it's going to take me some time to get it off my chest.
Then we'd better take a break.
My hairy, braless chest needs to be unloaded. How are you, Fred?
Doing great.
Good. No one cares.
He's doing great.
Doing great. He is. He's got a daughter now. How old is she now? 15?
Did you miss a lot of years?
3 months? Is it 3 months already?
3 months already.
That's amazing.
God, isn't my contract over yet? His daughter.
3 months.
His daughter 3 months already.
Well, you know when she's 3 years.
Yeah.
It's time.
That's right. 3 years old, I'll know. That's why the internet sucks. As soon as you say, hey, everybody go to a website, it crashes.
Yeah, if you want to have a group experience on the web, it's still not possible.
Yeah, otherwise I'd have a website. I would do some interesting things with it. But as soon as you say to everyone, hey, you know what? Put on the web right now because I got some naked chick in the studio, it crashes.
And no matter how many times people call us and say, we got to figure it out.
They don't.
They don't have
Don't believe them. It sucks. The internet is not where it should be. I thought it'd be much further along by now, quite frankly.
Look, I'm happy with a high-speed connection.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, used to be you go on the web, you couldn't even get on.
There must be so many people on this website right now that literally my screen is shaking. It's
jittery.
It's wobbling.
Yeah.
There's so many people on there.
It is going to crash.
Yeah. Oh, well. Anyway, so why am I pissed? All right. So, look, I'm going to tell you something, and maybe I sound like a pussy or whatever, but I am in love with my girlfriend.
Okay.
Good night, everybody. No. I'm in love with her.
Okay.
And I love being with her. And she went out of town I guess last weekend or 2 weekends. I've lost track of
She
time.
left in the middle of the week, over a week ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So while she's gone, I went to Scores one night, and it made me miss her more. But I was there for a couple hours. I'm totally honest about my life. You know, I try to be anyway. Sunday night, we were off Monday for Martin Luther King Day, so Sunday night, I went out to Nobu, had dinner with 4 guys. Booger, Ralph, Ross, 3 guys. And we had dinner. So after dinner, everyone said to me, you want to go to a club or something? And I said, you know what, I'm starting not to... that was the first night I started not to feel good. And I just went, I don't know what's going on, but I'm not feeling right. I feel like I'm getting a cold. I got to go home. So I'm the dude with the car. I had rented a car for the night. So they said, hey, you want to go to this place, Rehab? Just drop us off. I said, fine, no problem. So the club is called Rehab. I go to the club. I walk in. The joint's empty.
Right, because Rehab wasn't happening until midnight.
Well, supposedly. I don't know if it ever happens. And quite frankly, I'm pissed off at the place. I'd never go back there again.
Oh.
Because I know somebody there is just setting me up.
Oh, so this is what it's all about. Okay.
Yeah. So I go to the club, and quite frankly, it's empty. I mean, not a person in it except for the people who work there and us. The owner comes over, very gracious. Every 2 seconds is dropping the name.
He was the one who sent the girls, right?
Yeah, well, every 2 seconds dropping the name Jim Carrey. And I'm like, Jim Carrey. He said, Jim Carrey. I go, great, Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey's coming, Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey must be in town shooting a movie or something. And
yeah, and this guy's his social director?
Every minute, Jim Carrey. I go, great. So I sit down, and the guy was really concerned that I was there and nobody was there. So what he does is, and very nicely, sends over a couple of bottles of booze. A bottle of champagne, bottle of vodka, bottle of this, bottle of that. At this point, my throat's starting to hurt. I'm not drinking. Everyone's saying to me, come on, let's have some drinks. I go, something, I'm starting to get a cold, and I'm going to go home. With that, the owner, very nicely, sends over, I'd say about 3 women who work there, waitresses, who are dressed scantily clad waitresses, who wear almost like little mini skirts and bra tops. Sends them over to the table, telling them to be nice to us. Because I said to them, how come you girls are sitting with us? Don't you have to work? They said, we're supposed to be nice to you guys. I said, great. Be nice to us. These are my friends. I introduced everyone. They said, why don't you hang out? I said, I'm not feeling well. I'm going to be splitting. With that, Carson Daly walks in. Okay? Mm-hmm. The guy from MTV. And I'd met him 2 nights ago. So I say, hey, Carson, how you doing? We're talking for, 10 minutes maybe. We're talking to these chicks for 5 minutes. And I leave. I was there a total of, 25 minutes, I'd say, if you're going to, ask me for an estimate. 25 minutes I'm there, and I leave. And it actually made me think about how much I miss my girlfriend. I was like, geez, I'm so glad I'm not into this club thing and having to pick up some chicks or whatever. This is a good deal. And I go home. That's it. Okay, today I open up the newspaper, and this is just a friggin' lie. Okay, this is just a lie. And I know, you're going to say, who cares? But I care because, A, my daughters have to read this crap. Like I'm some sort of weirdo.
What did you do in
Desperate
the paper?
Douche. All right. Let me read it to you. It's on page 6, but it's from an item written by somebody named Jeanette Walls, who I've never heard of.
I've heard that name.
Jeanette Walls from MSNBC.com. Can you imagine? From MSNBC.com. She's not even on MSNBC. She's on MSNBC.com. She's a total... I want to say the C word, because you know what? I want her to prove to me where she got this from. In the Battle of the Bachelors, Howard Stern above, and you should see the picture. I look like a goddamn freak.
Oh, dear. Everything's wrong with this story, huh?
Howard Stern beats Carson Daly. At Rehab the other night, they were sitting at adjoining booths. There were no adjoining booths. In the VIP room. There was no VIP room. I was sitting in the main room. Every sentence is wrong. Competing to see who could get the cutest girls to join their table. A witness tells MSNBC.com. A, there were no girls at the club when I was there. 3 women, 3 waitresses who worked there came over. I never said. Imagine how lame I
Why
am.
don't you start calling in your own story?
Yeah, but I thought I did. I talked about being at the club, and quite frankly, I was a little bit nice. I didn't want to talk about.
You were great. You had everybody thinking rehab was the place to go.
The place was a dud. And they ought to get out of the habit of just press releasing everything. They really should.
Well, they're trying to stay in business.
Yeah, well, you know what? Keep trying to stay in business, because you know what? I'm not going back there. And one of the things they need is people to show up.
Well, maybe Jim Carrey will show up.
I hope he does. So picture what this woman's describing. I'm sitting at a booth. Carson Daly's sitting at an adjoining booth.
Adjoining, yes.
And we're now setting up a battle between the two of us to see who can get more women.
Sounds like a wonderful night.
Now, there were no women in the club, so that's going to be a tough one. You know what I mean?
Right.
All right. Daly kicked it off by ordering a bottle of tequila and setting up shots. The whole time I was there, I didn't see the guy do anything like that.
Okay. So even what they write about Carson is wrong.
Yeah, from what I saw. Maybe he did it when I left, but this is describing me and him. But Stern upped the ante with a magnum of champagne. I didn't order any magnum of champagne. I didn't lay out a dime. I don't know what they're talking about.
Offering glasses to the hottest women.
Offering glasses to the hottest women. Stern, who was without gal pal Beth Ostrowski, was way ahead, Walls reports. So they have me beating Carson Daly with the women. There is not one scintilla of truth.
Well, you know, they didn't say you shot anybody.
No, I know, but you want to know something?
Anybody or went home with anybody.
My girlfriend opens up the newspaper this morning. I know she's reading it, and listen, she saw the article. Remember the last article, how I bought a car for a stripper?
Yes.
In page 6?
And
she knows these are wrong. She even said to me, I know these are wrong, but you know what? My daughters read this and think I'm the totalest, biggest tool on the planet.
They don't know it's wrong. They don't know that Daddy wouldn't buy anybody a car.
No,
he has bought them a car.
And they don't know, exactly, and they don't know that I wasn't at rehab trying to pick up chicks all. And they're going to read it.
They don't know you.
Well, they do know me, but you know, when you read stuff in the paper, you go, hey, maybe my father has a secret life. I don't know. Maybe my father's a total tool, goes to clubs and competes with Carson Daly to see how many women he can get to walk over to his table. And I want this retracted. It's just not true.
Good luck.
Who is Jeanette Walls to wreck my friggin' life?
You don't even know who Jeanette Walls is.
Yeah, and let her come on and tell me who her sources. I mean, it's got me crazy.
Well, there are worse problems in the world.
And so when I woke, I said to Beth, "Listen, you know this isn't true." She was like, "I know, but she didn't look like she knew." You know what I mean? I tell you, I'm out of my mind over it. I don't mind if it's true.
The unfortunate thing is, it's hard for me to have sympathy for you when you enjoy it so much reading about everybody else.
Yes, that's what Beth said to me. She goes, we read this stuff every day and love it.
Yes, whether it's true or not.
I know. Hey, Jamie, you're on the air.
Yeah, you pissed off because your girl found out, or you pissed off because this place really sucks?
I'm pissed off for 3 reasons. I'm pissed off because my girlfriend has to read that, because you know what? It kind of basically says, as soon as I leave town, you're out trying to get laid. Secondly, I got 3 daughters whose friends all read it, and then they think, oh my God, my dad is a tool. And I don't care what you tell me. I've been through this. People believe what they read in the paper. I believe what I read in the paper.
You believe what you read about Carson Daly.
I do. I believe about Tara Reid. I believe about everyone. And I got to tell you something. My daughters, look at what that article says. I go to clubs and have contests with Carson Daly to see how many girls I can get over to my table, and I have to lure them there with champagne. What a lame-o I am. Right. I'm like the lamest, biggest pussy on the. And Carson Daly's lame.
I understand about your daughter thing, but I don't know. I don't think you should really worry about Beth. I mean,
well, you know what?
2 years, and if anybody could put up with you for 2 years, I don't think you have anything to worry about.
No, it's just maddening to me. And you know what? I like going out with my friends, but it just pisses me. I know everyone's going to tell me I'm a jerk, but hey, Chauncey, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard. I listened to what you just said about page 6, the article. I got to be honest. It doesn't sound that bad.
No, you know what? It is bad. It's bad for me because I saw the look on my girlfriend's face. It's just this, you know what? She's got to put up.
I think these things, but
she's got to put up with her mother calling her and her friends calling her and all this. You go, hey, Howard's out picking up chicks the second you leave.
One thing I think you have to know, Howard, you're one of the biggest stars right now in America. You go to a club.
What so that gives them, that entitles them to lie about me?
But you know what? It sounds like they embellish. It doesn't sound like they said you went home with anyone. You didn't kiss anyone. It really is the colorful way of saying you were hanging out with some women.
But I wasn't.
Well,
the waitresses came over and served us drinks and sat down and started talking to us. I mean, it's a total lie. I didn't sit there and try to attract women with champagne. I don't know, man.
Every time you go to a club,
I don't like it.
Howard, you won't agree with this, but the way to avoid it, don't go to a club.
Okay, so in other words, I'm not allowed to go out because they can write whatever they want. If I go out with some friends, they can write whatever they want about me.
When you're a big star, unfortunately.
You know, Chauncey does this all the time.
Well, yeah, you're getting it from the horse's mouth, basically. This is how they figure. They can just sort of jazz up a story.
Well, no, it's true. People want to see the name Howard Stern in print. It's exciting. When you see the name Howard Stern, you want to read what it says.
Let me ask you something. How does a thing like that happen, though? Like, the club releases that, right?
That if nobody was there, it was definitely the club. Or one of the waitresses. See, Page 6 doesn't pay for stories. If
no,
it's
Page
Wire,
6...
it could be anybody because people want to make money.
It's off the wire. Because Freddie sent me this article yesterday.
Yeah, but he's talking about whether a waitress was a source.
Who called it in?
A club owner was a source.
It sounds like it was definitely the club that called it in.
Yeah, I know it's the club because they keep...
Yeah, I don't think a waitress could make up that story.
Yeah, I don't think a waitress is really in the business of doing public relations. And Rehab ought to get their crap together, man. It's a total freaking lie.
But was there really nobody there?
I swear to you, it was empty. We were the only people sitting at a table. The place was empty. There were no civilians there. There were no regular people there. It was just people who worked there.
But I'll be honest, Howard, it doesn't sound that slanderous. It sounds hurtful to you.
It's hurtful. I didn't say, but it is. It's not slanderous. It didn't cause me any damages, except I got to go look at my daughters and have them think that I'm such a tool that I'm now hanging with Carson Daly trying to pick up chicks by bribing women with champagne. Come on, you don't even have kids. You don't even know what that's like to be painted to be a tool like that.
But I don't think you came across that way in the article. I mean,
you're insane.
You're not his daughter.
You're insane.
Page 6, if you read it and take it serious like that...
Yeah, you don't.
Not only that, usually when people read something, they embellish it. So when it gets back to his daughter, it's like, wow, your dad was, God knows what they think he did.
Yeah.
I can't believe that you don't think that that's a bad thing.
I think it's inevitable in your
I read the article, Howard. I don't think, knowing how Gossip Page is right, and the perception of them, I don't see it... If they said more, if they said that you lifted a girl's shirt up or you were sloppy drunk...
Should I have been upset when they wrote that I bought a stripper a car?
Yeah, that I would sue for. If it wasn't...
Sue? I can't. Who am I going to sue?
The guy died.
Yeah, I mean,
That's how he got out of it. Remember Neil Travis?
Yeah,
Neil Travis
wrote that. A lot worse. That, to me, was a hell of a lot worse than...
Neil Travis died so he wouldn't be sued by me. Oh, man. I don't know. It makes it...
Did you ever meet Jeanette Walls?
No. She a pig?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it makes you feel better.
And what a good job. MSNBC.com. What could that pay?
Well, Chauncey works for Steppin' Out.
That's right. I'm thinking Steppin' Out's better than MSNBC.com.
I don't know. That's a race that I wouldn't want to be in.
Really?
Well, you at least know if I write it, it's true.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Anyway, Howard, don't feel bad. It's really not that bad.
Okay,
You're
Chauncey.
not getting the implication. It's not that bad to him. He's
That's
saying
your
there's
daughter.
repercussions in his life.
Yeah, I don't care.
They should be used to this by now. I mean, they got to.
They're not used to it. That's what I'm telling you. Nobody's used to this. You know what?
I know Father's Beth. I know she's sensitive to it.
Any woman would be. She leaves town for a few days, and then I'm in the newspaper picking up girls in a club. What, are you kidding me?
But Howard,
I'm a boyfriend.
All these years, don't you know if you go to a club and if a girl...
No, I don't know that. I don't know that. If a waitress comes over and serves me a drink, that means that I'm trying to pick her up and that I'm having a contest with Carson Daly? No, I don't know that.
You're more media savvy than that.
Okay, thank you. I don't want to talk to him. I don't like him. I never liked him.
You definitely don't like him now.
It makes me look like a desperate sleazebag. And I am, but I don't want to look that way.
Well, you know, a guy who... Never mind. It's none of my business.
But then what? I'm guilty for going to a club.
No, I didn't say that. But that's what people go to clubs for.
Yeah. Well, okay. I wasn't going to pick up any chicks, but call me
But
nice.
that's where you go to do it. That's what they're there for.
Yeah.
It's not... They don't open clubs so guys can hang out with each other.
Well, that's what we did.
Well, because you guys are homos. It's not why they open.
We're not homos. There were no girls there. Ryan, you're on the air.
Yo, you want some cheese with that wine, bro?
See, here we go.
Come on, man.
Am I not allowed to be pissed about this, seriously? I'll drop it if I'm not allowed to be pissed. I don't understand how you could... You know, I don't understand how you wouldn't be pissed about that. You married, dude?
No.
You got a girlfriend?
Yeah.
All right, so if one of your friends spread a rumor to your girlfriend and said, hey, listen, Mike went out, and, Ryan went out and, you know, he went to a club and he was having a contest to see how many chicks he could pick up. And he was bribing them all with champagne and stuff while you were out of town. That wouldn't wreck your life? All right. Then hello?
Did he answer?
No.
Hello? Where are you?
Ryan?
Yeah.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, just throw an obstacle into it.
I don't know what he said.
I think he said it would throw an obstacle into it.
Yeah.
Right.
Of course it would.
But, you know what I mean, to sit on the radio for half an hour with it.
All right, you know what? I won't talk about it, okay?
What are you going to do in 3 years when you go into the same club with your daughters at?
Get out of here.
What?
I don't know. I can't have a rational discussion with anyone but you. Nicole, you're on the air.
Hi, Howard. You know what? You're crazy. Go with it. Go. Who cares what these people think about you?
I care what my daughters think about me. I care what my girlfriend thinks.
You know what, Howard? You're in the business. That's what it's all about.
Okay. Thank you. And you're not in the business? What business are you in?
Hospitality.
Hospitality business.
Oh, then you call these people and put these stories.
Oh, yeah.
No, all I'm saying is, you know what? You're in the business. What are you going to do? You're going to read about this stuff.
Yeah, okay. You know, I should understand that people lie. Jeanette Walls is such a crab. She has to lie about me to make a living.
She doesn't know it's a lie. She got a...
Oh, that's right.
...who called her and said, this is what happened.
Who knows?
Well, she wasn't there to make it up.
Who knows?
She's a waitress in the meantime.
King of all blacks, go ahead.
Yeah, I understand what you said, man. I got to be honest with you. I understand, but you know what you got to do? There's only one solution. You have to. You're gonna have to get married to her, man.
Why? I don't want to be married. What has that got to do with anything?
What in the world are you talking about?
No, because I'm trying to tell you, you're gonna have to settle down, and you're gonna have to. Because I'm gonna tell you,
dude, if I was married, and my
still have been out.
Yeah, and I go out, my wife reads that, then it's even worse.
No, but I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen after a while. After a while, I hope it doesn't, because you don't deserve that. You're a nice guy, and when you go out, you kind of, maybe you're too friendly or whatever. But I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. After a while, Beth is she's not going to like that, your name in the paper all the time, and she's going to want somebody regular, like. And you have to turn yourself into a regular person by getting married.
Oh, please, you are out of your friggin'
listening to him?
Garbage man mind. Why am I listening
Would
to
he
him?
know anything?
No. I want to meet the brave man out there that doesn't know what I'm talking about. Come on.
But let me ask you one other thing. Do you like being famous?
Sure. I mean, it's fine with me. I don't mind it at all. I like meeting people. I like saying hi to people on the street. I have no problem with it.
But you like being famous?
Sure. Has its advantages.
And it has, everything that has its advantages has a downside.
I'm just saying, don't make up stuff about me.
And I'm saying they're always going to make up stuff about you.
No. Cabby, you're on the air.
Your first mistake was hanging with Carson Daly. The guy's a known womanizer.
By the way, he came into the club. What are you talking about? I wasn't even. I was saying hello to the guy.
I know, but then you started hanging out with him, right?
No,
Am I right?
No.
Yeah,
I
you're
left.
hanging out. You're having a couple cocktails.
I didn't have any cocktails.
Carson wants to be next to Howard. Carson's a big fan of Howard. He wants
none of this is
None
of this has any reality. Carson wasn't even hanging out with me. He was sitting there. He was talking to Booger. I went over and said hi to the guys for 5 minutes and said, I'm leaving. I got to go to bed. I don't feel well. That was
Then
it.
People put a story together. Oh, there's Howard.
You're just jealous because I wasn't hanging with you. Cabby wants to hang with me in the worst way.
Here we go.
You'd even be in the paper if you were hanging with Cabby.
Right. If I was hanging with Cabby, we'd be at some rehab meeting.
That's the moral of this
I wouldn't be at rehab the club.
But see, I don't need to hang with celebrities to make myself feel good.
I just told you I wasn't hanging with the
But
guy.
what I'm telling you is just hang out with normal people.
I was hanging out with normal people. I was with Ralph. You can't get it. Well, he's below normal. I'm not hanging out with any superstars, my friend. If Booger is a superstar, then, you know.
Well, Booger is an ET correspondent.
Was the chick hot?
There were 3 waitresses that were marginally good-looking. I mean, not even somebody you'd freak out over.
You know what probably the worst part of it all is besides the daughter, of course, the daughter portion of it that's going to hurt your daughters, is the relationship part of it for you, huh?
Yeah.
It's going to hurt your girlfriend, because, like, I know I'd be crushed if my girlfriend was hurt.
Well, yeah, of course. That's what I'm talking about. Why are you laughing about that?
You can't put yourself in stupid situations, you know?
Oh, listen to him. Listen to him.
This is a crack addict talking.
But you can't put yourself...
That's not it. I don't consider going with my buddies to an empty club a stupid situation.
Well, but if you're starting to talk to hot chicks...
I don't think they were even hot. They were 3 waitresses who came over to the table to deliver some drinks.
Right, but you said they were marginally hot, and those 3 waitresses...
No, they work at a club.
Wait. Those three waitresses saw Howard Stern, Carson Daly, and Booker.
But the point is, I still didn't do what they said I did in the newspaper, so I didn't have a contest.
Right. Howard Stern came and left. They're never going to write
How did I have a contest to pick up chicks when there were no chicks?
Robin said it perfect. They're going to write things about you, even if it...
You know, I can't stand him.
Yeah, but you've got to realize if they need to get publicity and they want to use your name, they've got to have a story.
Yeah, but what I'm telling you is that the club made up a story about me.
That's what I'm saying. They can't write Howard was here and left.
Well,
because nothing was going on.
That's right. So they made up a story, but now I got to deal with the repercussions. And it sucks. And Jeanette Walls sucks. Because you know what? I'm going to make up a story about Jeanette Walls that
where are you going to get it published?
Perform fellatio on a cow and see if she likes it. You know.
You'd have to call her to get that printed.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm dropping this because nobody understands.
We understand, but in the scheme of things, it's not... The car thing was horrible. This can be explained.
Yeah. Why don't you explain it then?
You're going to have to spend all day explaining it.
Yeah, I don't want to explain it. And like, do I bring it up to my kids or go, hey, you know, there was this thing in the paper about me having a contest with Carson Daly, see how many chicks we could pick up at a club. It's not true.
Yes, that's what you should do.
I should?
Yes, so they can be on the offensive when their friends call.
Yeah. You see what I got to deal with this? It's embarrassing. And Jeanette Walls sucks my minuscule tool. My left nut.
What it sounds like to me is absolutely nothing went on in that club that night.
Nothing.
And they need to get people to come there.
That's their end of it. Yeah. But don't use me, because you know what? I'm going to call you on it.
But that's exactly what's going on. They have nothing going on. Rehab is dead. Because if something was going on, they wouldn't need to make up a story.
Gary, get Beth on the phone. You explain it to her.
Oh, my God.
Are you being serious?
Yes.
You want me to call her now?
She's over at my place, though.
Will she pick up?
Probably won't even hear the phone ring. Does you have her cell number?
Yeah, I'll call her on the cell.
All right. Get the kids on the phone.
Get everybody. Have a group.
Let Robin explain to everyone. I don't want to have to deal with this all day. And get Carson Daly to call.
Oh, I would like to hear his side of it. If he calls and says, yeah, we're doing tequila shots and...
Sure, interview him. I want to know what he has to say about this.
What was he up to that night?
Makes him look like a dickhead, too.
Let's find out what's really going on at rehab.
All right. Hold on. Get Carson Daly on the phone.
And where are all your buddies to verify that you just got up and left?
They're girl asleep. They're probably at rehab last night. Ay.
With Beth, we're just getting a message, and we're trying to see if we have Carson's phone number.
All right.
Well, you got Ralph. Wake him up.
Wake Ralph's ass out of bed. See, you can interview him, too. I'll keep quiet. Get Carmen Electra on the phone also.
Was she there?
No. Just get her on the phone. I saw that video on iFilm.com. Oh, my God. That is hot.
Is she trying to bury that video? She didn't want people to see that, huh?
I
don't
think she's burying it. Hello?
Gary.
Howard.
I'm looking for Howard.
Yeah, this is Howard. How you doing, man?
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I was going to just call up and say you're a fag, but, if you weren't out buying strippers' cars and everything, I mean, come on, Howard.
Yeah, because I'm the lamest guy in the... Oh, Linda Lopez is on the phone, but I don't know what she could...
Howard?
Yeah.
That's on line 4.
Oh, good. Honey.
Yes.
I'm just freaking out over this story.
Oh, honey, get over it.
Beth already saw it.
Yeah, Beth saw it.
Oh, okay.
And Beth doesn't like to see that stuff because she's got
Of course not.
I'm on a rampage.
Even she's telling you to get over it.
I go out of town for a few days, and look what I read in the paper.
See what I mean?
Well, there you go.
Listen, I'm in love with this woman.
Oh, honey.
You know I am. I told you that.
Honey, release it. Who cares?
Well, I do.
Release it. I don't care.
Linda Lopez is on the phone.
Who is?
Linda Lopez.
Oh, Linda. Oh, great, because Chris was with you.
Yeah.
Let's get Linda on.
Well, I just want you to know that did not go on.
Okay, baby.
And I am going to find out who this ugly slob Jeanette Walls is.
Oh.
Who wants to wreck my life. And I will get
How does she know she's wrecking your life?
How does she know?
Yeah.
Because she's making up a lie.
She didn't make it up.
She didn't get confirmation from me.
Oh.
All right?
You need confirmation on this.
I was in the club 20 minutes. They brought over free drinks.
Now you were in 20 minutes. You said 5. See how the story
No,
changed?
20 minutes. I said that from the beginning. And they brought over
you
like...
were under police interrogation.
They brought over free drinks with 3 waitresses who were scantily clad, marginally good looking, who sat there and went, "We are sent over here to talk to you." I said, "Oh, that's very nice. Here's my friends." And I left. And Carson Daly was there. I spoke to him for about 5 minutes. And Carson Daly wasn't even, as much as of a goofball as he is, he wasn't having a contest to see how many women we could pick up.
Who would have had the contest with? You left.
How lame. Imagine I'm that lame.
It sounds like something Ross would do.
Yeah, well, even Ross wasn't even that bad.
Well, you don't know what happened after you left.
I do know what happened after I left. And let me tell you something. It wasn't pretty, but I had nothing to do with it.
What happened?
I don't know.
See, there is a story, but you're just not in it.
There's a story probably, but I wasn't there for it because I went home and I was feeling sick. I just want you to know that.
Honey, nothing will break up our love. Not even a silly item in the paper.
Thank you, my sweet.
All right, baby.
Goodbye.
Bye. See what I got to do? See, I shouldn't even have to explain myself.
You didn't, apparently.
Hey, Linda.
Hey, sweetie.
How you doing, baby?
You already talked to Beth, but I was calling to stick up for you.
Thank you.
Because I was in L.A., too. The same time that Beth was.
Yes.
Look at what happens when you girls leave.
Yeah, I was out of town. Melissa was out of town. Beth was out of town. It was very convenient.
Right.
But, no, when I spoke to Booker that night, he told me, totally unprompted, that you stayed at the club maybe 20 or 25 minutes and then you were out of there.
Right. I was.
And so I just wanted to throw that out there in case anyone was doubting you.
Tell your beautiful mother, Guadalupe, that it's not true also. I don't want her to think that of me.
Well, she already thinks that of you.
Congratulations to Chris, who is now a permanent ET correspondent.
Wow.
I'm so proud of him.
Yes, Booger is on his way up the ladder. Before you know it, he might be on Access Hollywood.
Did you see the new promotion
Hey,
they're doing?
now.
No, what is the new promotion?
Well, they're doing a new promotion on ET. It has to do with Friends.
Oh, the Friends opening?
So they shot the Friends opening only with all the ET people, and Chris Booker's there. You know the Friends opening when they're all dancing around the Fountain of War? So Chris Booker's dancing like...
He told me he felt like a total jerk.
Really? I gotta see
it's funny.
He said it was really bad.
You know, and then it says Chris Booker under his name, and they freeze frame him.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, and that same writing that they have in the Friends opening, they do all their names, and they're all dancing and opening the umbrellas and stuff.
Oh, dear.
Linda's career's taken off. What do you got, like 10 jobs now?
Yeah, I think I'm up to like 13.
You know, everyone talks about Jennifer Lopez, your sister, but you're really taking show business by storm.
Oh, stop.
Look at you.
Talk more about Chris.
More about
no,
Booger.
but seriously, because, you know, he'll go out, he'll stay out till 3 o'clock in the morning. I'll get the phone call at 4 a.m., you know.
In fact, those guys were goofing on me because I left so early and I was being a big pussy.
He was goofing on you. And I know that they're, you know, we're strippers, whatever. You know, Beth and I and Melissa know how you guys are. But it was cool. He said that you left really early and that you had talked to Beth long ago. And,
right. Well,
and you even were saying that you just wanted to get home and you missed her.
That's it. That was the truth.
Which is, of course, the boyfriend eyes version of what happened that night. That's the version I get on the phone. But
call Beth and tell her that, please.
I will.
Thank you, Linda.
You're welcome, baby.
Lovely girl, Linda Lopez. Lovely. Beautiful. Beautiful girl. Adam.
Yeah.
What have you must be incensed by hearing all this.
This is an outrage.
You see, don't. All right, I'm over it now. I'm not bringing it up anymore.
How dare they, whoever they are?
I don't want to be lied about. You know what? I'm sorry. I don't want to look like a tool. I might be lame, but I'm not that lame.
Let me ask you something then. If there weren't kids in your life, would this bother you so much?
No.
All right.
I wouldn't care. I mean, I would bring it up to you and say, hey, that didn't even happen. But my daughters, you know, they don't want to read that crap that I'm at a bar with Carson Daly trying to see how many chicks I can pick up. That's gross. That's total loser written all over it.
But isn't this a blessing in disguise in the sense that, well, here's how, because you convince your kids that everything that is written about you is a lie, and then when the true stuff comes out,
you say it's a lie.
Tell them that's a lie.
Yeah.
Just another one of the mean things that the Wall Street Journal wrote about Daddy.
Yeah. Nah, it doesn't work that way.
Really?
No.
I think you could sell that.
I don't care anymore. It's just something that I got to deal with. And I don't want to deal with it. With my daughters, I mean.
Yeah, but, you know, there are lots of things you have to deal with in life that you don't want to deal with.
Right.
Hey, Howard.
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, you know. I'm feeling good.
Why is
Real
he
good.
in all the promos?
I don't know.
Every promo I see, Adam is in it.
Wait, you mean, what, for Jimmy's show?
Yeah.
Well, that was just during the Super Bowl.
No, last night I saw one where you were pretending to be Snoop Dogg.
Oh, really?
Maybe that was Snoop Dogg.
No,
that could have been him.
That was
Skinny
Adam.
black guy? That wasn't me.
Yeah.
I got to start watching that show.
All right, I got to take a break. I'm going to drop this now.
Yeah, let's put it behind us and...
come on.
Because we didn't do anything. We're talking to the wrong people.
I can't believe that no one understands why I'd be upset by this.
Everybody understands, but what can we do?
Yeah, we don't care. I mean,
you need to listen to me because I'm on the radio and I can get the word out. Michelle, what's up?
Hi, Howard. My name's Michelle. I think that you are completely right for being upset. You have every reason to be upset. I understand what you think about for your kids to hear this from, and what if they don't read it in the paper? What if they just hear it from a friend? And you know how the telephone rumor thing gets going around. And
right.
Well, that's why I told him to talk to them first.
By the way, you sound very intelligent.
What if he doesn't get a chance to? What if some friend comes up and says, I hear your dad was in rehab.
Right.
You know?
He should have called him early this morning.
What are you wearing? That's even more important. What are you wearing right now?
Yeah, he's not a tool.
Yeah, I'm not a tool. What are you wearing?
I know.
How big are your breasts? Do you do anal?
They're very big.
Are they?
I tried anal, but,
You totally shaved?
no, I have a little airline strip.
How old are you?
25.
Well,
How much champagne to pick you up?
Yeah, you sound pretty hot, actually.
What happened with anal? What went wrong with anal?
No, nothing went wrong. It's just there has to be a lot of lubrication there.
Yeah, that's what Robin says. If you get her hot enough, she'll just give it up.
Yeah.
But there's only been like 2 guys who ever got her hot enough to do it. Right, Robin? You didn't even use lube. Robin didn't even use lube.
See, I couldn't do that. There's no way.
No, she's a little bit more of a woman than you.
More giving.
More giving. More open.
Yeah. But I think that
what
you
would
shouldn't
happen
drop the situation. You should totally call up this fat woman at this whatevercbwhatever.com.
MSNBC.com.
Yeah, and somebody from the club called her and said, because obviously there was no one at the club, called her up at the news station and wanted to talk to anybody because they wanted to say, oh my God, Howard Stern was here.
Meanwhile, I was there for 20 minutes because the place was lame and I was sick.
Yeah, but they want business.
That's right.
Yeah.
How much is a lot of lube, by the way?
Are you hot? You really do sound hot.
I'm hot.
Like, well, how do you know that? Like, what do you do for a living?
I dance.
Oh, you're a stripper?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So you know how these things start.
Oh, I completely know how everything...
Does this girl sound hot or what?
Yeah. She almost sounds too hot.
What do you look like?
I'm 5'7". I weigh about 115. I have long black hair.
I'm going to crawl back into bed.
Can you email us a picture?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Where do you dance?
At Deja Vu.
Where's that?
It's in Ohio.
Oh, you got to get up to New York, honey.
What part of Ohio are you in?
Central Ohio?
No, Cincinnati area.
What kind of tipping goes on in Ohio? Like you get like bottle caps and
Probably
utter
nothing
bombs?
nearly as good as New York.
Yeah.
So you're wait a second. You're 5'7", you weigh 115 pounds.
Yeah.
Long black hair.
Mm-hmm.
What cup size?
Right now I'm probably a 34D.
Right now, when is it expected to change?
Next time she goes to her doctor. 34D.
It fluctuates. You know?
Are your boobs good? Like you don't feel the implant?
They're so good. They're the best boobs.
Wow.
My nipples are really long.
Really? I like the areola part
every guy
too.
loves my nipples.
I love them already. I haven't even seen them. Do you have nice feet?
My feet are beautiful. I take very, very well care of them. A lot of care goes into my feet.
Really? Do you care about that, Howard?
I love Adam's nipples. What do I care about? What the feet?
Feet.
Yeah, I'm sure. Why not?
That's an important thing.
See, I just
that's
look
very
at
important.
that. That is just a stand for the boobs. It's just a way to hold the boobs up.
I just like when chicks wear really hot shoes, you know, and
Yeah.
you know.
And it shows that a girl takes very well care of herself.
That's right.
Yeah, I like those chicks who keep very well care of themselves.
Very well care.
Very, very much good care.
Very much
She's
good
speaking
care. Well,
stripper now. You stop that.
I like taking very much good care.
Well.
Oy vey.
It was great until then, right?
No, she's great. I don't care. What are you wearing right now?
Right now, I have on a pair of jeans and a pajama little tank top.
Pajama tank top. Where do you get that?
Just at, actually, I got this one at Kadzooks.
And what do you do? Like, do you lay around all day till you go to the strip club?
Yeah.
Why are you
That's
up?
exactly what I do.
What do you do? A lot of X?
No, I don't do anything, really.
But why is she up right now? Do you just stay up all night?
No, I didn't work last night, and I got up early this morning because I have to listen to Howard.
Oh.
Are you a little whore?
No, not at all.
Got a boyfriend?
Nope. I guess I do.
But you're into chicks.
I can't say no.
You're into chicks, aren't you?
Well, I have a boyfriend, and I guess you could say I'm bi-curious.
Right. All strippers do gay stuff. Hey, do you ever, do any of the clients?
The clients?
You know, the guys
Never.
Never?
God, if you really knew what strippers thought about the people who come in the club, you'd never go to a strip club.
Don't do that.
Don't ruin that. Are we really that bad?
Just the girls that dance, they see the absolute worst in men. They don't see what their wives or the girlfriends see. They see their absolute worst side.
So you don't really get aroused in the club or anything?
Not at all.
Right.
Well, what about
But of
really
course, I tell the guys I do.
What about really handsome guys like me and Adam?
Yeah, like a couple of strangers blow into town. They got this
Yeah,
big
they don't
nappy
all
head.
the time go to the
Howard, if you came in, I'd have you in the VIP room all night long by yourself. And I wouldn't let anyone else in.
Sweetheart.
She still think badly of you.
Yeah.
What about his buddy Adam from Basic Cable?
I don't know him.
I don't think that's happening. Well, all right.
I want to say you have every right to completely blow this out of any proportion that you want to blow it out of.
Want to come down to New York and see if we can't get you a job at Scores?
Definitely.
Why don't you come in here? We could evaluate
We could evaluate you for
I've always wanted to come in and do the Playboy evaluation.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Can you come in tomorrow? How fast can you get here from Cincinnati?
I don't know. How long of a drive is it?
All right, hold on.
It's a long drive.
No, we'll get you. Well, you got to
8
fly
hours.
in. We're flying you in special.
Okay.
All right, hold on.
All right.
Man.
She had a good voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
Take
hot.
care of that voice well.
I could tell she was hot.
Yeah. And she took good care of her feet, which is such a plus.
Tomorrow on page 6, Howard flies in stripper from Cincinnati.
Right, and it'll be absolutely true.
That's true. You can print
tool.
that. You can print that.
But again, your daughters won't know.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Rob, go ahead real quick.
Howard.
Yeah.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you, Robin. How you doing? This is Robin calling you from Florida. Howard, I agree with you 100% that you should be completely pissed off of what's going on. Just out of curiosity, was it a gentleman who said this to this lady? Or
Oh, no. I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know.
Because I myself, truthfully speaking, if this is true, I can tell you one thing probably. This guy's completely jealous of me.
That's right. Thank you. Sydney, you're on the air. Sydney? Yeah, hi, Sydney. You're on the air.
Yeah, thanks. Listen, I was over there the other day when you were over there. I don't even think it was that big of a deal. I was just walking in right behind Carson Daly. And listen, believe me when I tell you, if you're a coal miner standing out on the street trying to get in the Rehab Pangea below, it doesn't matter what club, and you couldn't get in, then you'd have something to worry about. You're a celebrity, embrace it, love it, go with it. Forget
but
about it.
I didn't do any. All right, but I'm just saying you don't print stuff that I did that I didn't do.
Well, yes, they do. They do.
That is definitely wrong. You don't print things that you didn't do, but you know what? What are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things in this world that are printed that aren't true.
If you walked in behind Carson Daly, if you walked in behind Carson,
everybody wants to have your name on something.
If you walked in behind Carson Daly, then you know I was leaving right after he came in.
Yeah, you were leaving. You were walking right out the place.
That's right.
And then you got this your hair designer. What's that kid's name?
Ralph.
Sitting over there hanging out.
Right.
Come on. What are you going to do?
All right. Thank you.
All right, Howard.
They were probably pissed that you left him with Ralph.
I bet you they were. That would have been a good story too. Howard came in and dumped Ralph in there.
When this guy's parents named him Sidney, do you think they had this in mind? This voice in mind? This guy in mind?
All right, listen, I don't know. I got to take a break. I got to take a break, Adam.
Yeah, listen, I'm exhausted.
All right, you go to sleep. I got to take a break. We'll be back right. I know there's a lot of people still on the phone, but I'm going to move along now. You take a nap.
Yeah.
And we'll be back.
Let's do a good show today. Come on, buddy.
Easy for you to say. All right, we're gonna take a break and we'll come back right after these. Adam Carolla joining us again today. Artie in Vegas or Los Angeles or Vancouver. He's globe-trotting. Very much the man about town.
Simon last night told some poor little 5-year-old black child that he sucked.
Yeah, I thought that was a little out of line, even for me.
Oh, really? He got on a kid?
Well, this cute little kid comes in and sings, and he just goes, "You're no good." It was very funny, actually. I mean, he might have said, "Hey, you're too young for the competition."
Well, why lie? Why start now?
Bad. Yeah.
The kid was bad.
Yeah, maybe his parents will now take him home and let him be a kid instead of trying to make him a star.
He would have been good for a white kid, but black kids, they're so much more entertaining so much earlier. I think ever since Rodney Allen Rippey, we just expect more from those people.
Got a bunch of voicemails here. Let me see if I can't play a few for you. I love when John the Stutterer calls in, and he always calls in on our voice machine, whatever you call an answering machine, and leaves these messages, and it's just so tedious.
Does he ever get the message out?
No, I mean, he does, but it's like by the time he gets it out, you just don't care anymore. I think all he wants to say is, "Hey, I want to come in and do the news."
Right, it wasn't even worth the effort.
Yeah, just say, "I need news," something. Woody, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard, they're going to do a story on you on the Channel 11 local news. Who's a bigger womanizer, you or Carson Daly? It's coming up in a couple of minutes if you got access to a TV.
Yeah, well, you know what? Why doesn't Channel 11 put me on live so I can Why?
Is he serious?
Yeah, he's serious.
I'm not kidding. It's in the entertainment.
So now you see why I'm upset? Get me Jeanette Walls on the phone, Gary, so I can wake her fat, friggin' ugly ass out of bed and ask her why she has to print lies about me. I'm at a goddamn club with Carson Daly having contests to see how many women I can pick up with a bottle of champagne. When the truth of the matter is I went to the club, it was empty, and I left. Holy mackerel. And then Channel 11 feels free to just repeat this. See what now do you understand why I'm upset?
Are you going to me?
No, not you, Robin. You I know. You I'm not even talking to. You I'm ignoring.
You have no hope of ever convincing him.
This makes me look like an ass. An ass squared. Imagine, you know what? I'm not saying I'm the hippest guy on the planet, but I'm not going to some club and saying, "Hey, Carson, let's see how many girls we can pick up with our bottle of champagne versus your bottle of vodka."
Why don't you have John the Stutterer call them?
But Channel 11 will keep
get this straightened right out.
Channel 11 will keep just repeating this story.
You should hire him as your publicist.
Yeah. I'm distraught over this.
Come on, buddy. Tomorrow's another day.
The sun will come out tomorrow.
Good, whatever. Whose idea was it to have you on the show?
I know, it wasn't mine.
I think it was mine.
He's got that Annie mentality.
Yesterday I was very rude to a lot of the callers.
Were you?
On the phone, because I've had this cold and it just drains me, and I'm very short with people. But
they probably deserved it.
They did.
I'd like to know why people even bother to call in to listen to Howard or even talk to him. He is so rude. He treats his listeners like I am so sick of listening to the way he reacts to people that it makes me sick. I don't care who he is. I don't care who he thinks he is. But he shouldn't treat people the way he does.
Well, there you go. Thanks, Mom.
I thought that was Beth.
No. So I'm very rude. And then that hate woman, the woman who hates me and says I look disgusting.
I
saw you, woman. Yeah, now she's on a tear yesterday. She did like 3 in a row.
Howard, I saw that picture of you running in Central Park in this week's Globe magazine. I see you're shaving your legs now, Howard. You're supposed to try and look like...
No, I don't shave my legs.
Don't. Okay.
Shave my legs. Jesus H. Christ. I've never shaved my goddamn legs.
He waxes. There's a difference.
Also Crow, not Sheryl Crow, you big scarecrow.
Then she called back because she forgot to say something.
And I also saw that big blown-up picture of your face next to Beth's face in the Star magazine this weekend. You know, you used to look like Barbara Streisand. Now you've morphed into Leona Helmsley. It's a pity. It's just what to say. It's a pitiful pity.
What to say? Old hag.
Yeah, let you get it.
Yeah, let's see your picture. Then finally this.
It's my birthday. My birthday 2 weeks later, and I still have to talk about it. Oh, my birthday. Robin made a party and took me here, and my parents took me here, and Beth took me here, and Gary and Fred bought me this, and Bon Jovi had to call me on the phone, and Jay Leno has to call me on the phone, and everybody, it's my birthday. You know, I picture you sitting in a big diaper, and when you bend over to blow out your candles on your birthday cake, your nose catches on fire.
Bitter, ugly woman jealous of my life.
Or eerie warning. You never know. I mean, maybe she was worried about you.
Well, who knows?
I can't believe she never entered that contest.
Yeah, well, because she's afraid to come down here and let us look at her.
Yeah.
Which, Robert, you're on the air.
Yeah, I can listen to her talk all day, Howard.
Me too.
Great. Hey, yesterday, awesome show yesterday. Is any chance of Belzer calling back so him and Adam could argue again?
That was pretty funny. I got a lot of email. I might as well get into this.
Yeah.
Some people liked Belzer on the show. Some people hated Belzer on the show, You
love to hate him.
Yeah, but let me find the email here. I got so many goddamn papers here. Hold on. I'm not organized.
I like Belzer on the show because all those Adam calls get translated into Belzer sucks calls.
Adam, I hated you before yesterday, but you held your own against them.
All right, here we go. Let's read the email from yesterday and find out what was on people's minds. A lot of people liked when that woman called in who's possessed by the devil.
Yes.
They liked her, and they say, quick, make fun of that poor possessed woman. They love her. Call her back. We need to hear from the husband. I got to know what kind of loser would marry this psycho. So everybody wants to hear from him.
Where's that going to be on E, Howard? I got to see that beret.
80% missed Artie, 20% don't miss Artie. I just want to say how nice it is that we're getting a few days without hearing Artie's voice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to listen to Howard. I still like him, but Artie drives me away. That gorilla-faced Adam Carolla is funnier in 5 minutes than that fat greaseball guinea Artie has been in the whole time he's been on the show.
Did I spell guinea right?
Why don't you dump that pig-faced slob and hire Carolla? Now that his Jew prick friend Kimmel has dumped him for his doomed late-night shot at stardom. What an asswipe. Leaving the funny-as-hell man show, the greedy kike. Typical.
Wow.
Kimmel isn't Jewish.
I didn't think so. I was like, is Kimmel a Jew?
Well, he's a greedy kike, according to this email.
Hey, Adam, you're not Italian, are you, with a name like Carolla?
Yeah.
Well, I
That's
thought you were
Italian
Jewish.
name. Why would Carolla be a Jewish name?
Well, anybody
you look like it. You look Jewish.
You look Jewish, and you know what? You talk a lot.
Oh, buddy. What? You know, but it's that kind of talk that'll get me to stop talking, all right?
Here's one that says, I don't do right by my friends. Stern, you big-nosed, arrogant bastard. You sit over there all high and mighty, talking about not doing anyone else's show, Jimmy's, Letterman's, etc. Then you whine like a little bitch when people get big and don't want to do your show anymore. You damn double-standard-loving bastard. Your problem is that you think that you are too big for anyone else's show. If everyone treated you like that, you wouldn't have a show anymore. That's funny.
Kid has a point.
Adam can see that
Very
one.
valid point.
Sorry, I didn't want to do cranking.
Yeah.
Nancy O'Dell, who was on the show, she's the really hot woman from Access Hollywood.
Yes.
A local show here in Dallas has a weekly segment with Nancy O'Dell on Thursdays. I thought she was pitching us that.
You know, when they start pitching us, they usually pitch everybody.
Yeah. Not only is she no longer married, but she's dating Michael Bolton. Oy vey.
Oh, no wonder she didn't want to tell us.
She's not married anymore.
She was talking like she was still a married woman.
I know. What a weirdo.
Hot, right? Is she real tall and blonde?
Yeah, tall, blonde, beautiful woman.
Yeah.
I met her once. She interviewed me for my movie, and holy mackerel. Holy schmoly.
Yeah.
She's dating Michael Bolton?
She's no Jew.
No. She called up, and her manager called up and said, hey, can she do like a weekly celebrity report? And I was like, well, what do you mean, one of those lame celebrity reports? And she was like, no, I want to get edgy. So I had her on, and she's so edgy, she doesn't even admit she's not married.
Yeah. She wouldn't even tell us the truth about her.
But I'll have her back on now. I'd like to know about Michael Bolton. Why do all these hot chicks go for Michael Bolton?
He's supposed to be the nicest guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, since when does that get you laid?
When you're rich.
That was the equation that was missing in high school.
Many thanks. Here's one. Many thanks for condemning dog fighting and cockfighting on your show. I didn't realize we did that.
Well, you did say it takes you a couple of notches down on the human scale.
Yeah. To watch two chickens beat each other up. It's time everyone realized how egregious these practices are. Please don't use big words.
I guess that's wrong.
Is cockfighting still a big problem in this country?
It is here in New York.
Yeah.
Oh, it is, yeah. Oh, because, right, you guys got those ethnic types over there that still do that.
You go up around 125th Street, you find lots of cockfighting.
Really?
Yeah, well, a lot of people in Puerto Rico, cockfighting's legal. They come over here and they want to do it some more.
I think you have to get above 125th.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
160th.
Yeah, like 140 and above.
But, we kill like 100 billion chickens every year in this country. I mean, how egregious could it be?
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, to kill them quickly is one thing. To raise them to fight...
I just can't imagine what kind of loser likes to sit there and watch two chickens fight and bets on them. Like, how do you bet on a chicken? Like, that one looks better?
And you add stuff to their legs so they can scratch each other up.
No, I don't get it.
Let me play devil's advocate for a second here. Don't you think because this country just consumes billions of chickens each year that this is our form of compensation by becoming outraged at the relative pittance of roosters that fight each year?
I don't know. It just seems lame to me to be some dude sitting there watching chickens fight. That's all.
I'm betting on it. I just think dog racing is bad.
Yeah, but you guys do like...
I'm into that.
You bet on anal ring toss and stuff.
That involves humans.
They have a choice.
By the way, we're still going to have my dog race Artie. It's just been particularly cold, and I'm worried about the dog, not Artie. Here's a bunch of people who hate Belzer. I consider myself a lady, but I tell you, listening to Belzer, I want to grab his friggin' French balls and do the Texas Twister on him. He's a dumbass traitor, damn it. Be an American, or else go back to France and take that freaking Susan Sarandon and George Clooney and Sheryl Crow with you. Away with you, Belzer. Away with all of you. Here's another one. That no-talent, unfunny, non-celeb, homo, towel-head-loving hook-nose should get his ass off your show. He's polluting it. Tell Belzer that it's not the 60s and to stop being an effing coward. Please get this anti-American panty-wearing liberal piece of S off the air. Thank God Adam's there, or I would have tuned out long ago.
Yeah.
Friggin' pinko liberal Frenchy a-hole.
Yeah, you know what? I missed Susan Sarandon's commercial. Did you see it?
No.
The 30 seconds before the State of the Union address she was supposed to have bought.
Did she have those big cans out?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
It's hard to take someone seriously who has big, giant cans with like doesn't wear a bra and then has her, she loves showing those cans because those are like the last good-looking thing on her.
Right, they haven't crumbled yet.
Yeah.
The rest of her.
And it's very hard to listen. It's very hard to listen to a woman.
To a serious message.
With those cans. And also, someone who has it so good in this country. Like, she's like, you know what? We shouldn't go to war with Iraq. We should have peace. Of course, because you know what?
A woman who had 2 apartments in New York, one for her and one for her nanny.
Yeah. I mean, she's got life so good. She doesn't want any war. Of course she doesn't want war. She's got it made.
Mess up her day, for sure.
Isn't like Sean Penn out in Iraq right now taking pictures and stuff?
Yeah. Well, he's back and he says he was double-crossed.
Yeah, because he's so friggin' brilliant. He's a complete traitor. He's got this charmed life. He's married a Robin Wright Penn who's gorgeous. He's making movies for a living. And now he's going to go over and tell us that we shouldn't go to war. With people, you know what? Shame on him. If my family was blown up in the Twin Towers, dude, I'd be at war with Iraq and anybody else. Iraq definitely funded the 9/11 terrorist attacks. And that's enough for me. Who cares?
You know what? Whether they did or not, the idea that they could get a nuclear weapon and give it to an Al-Qaeda terrorist bothers me.
Good, because it should. Adam.
Yeah.
That man's crazy.
Hey, and furthermore, I know we're getting focused on Iraq and South Korea and stuff, or North Korea.
You don't even remember which Korea it is.
It's too confusing.
We blown both up.
Take Korea out. But here's who else I'd like to take out. How about we take out Cuba? I mean, Russia's gone. They're not doing anything anymore. You know what I mean? These guys have been giving us crap for years now.
Absolutely.
Let's just go over that. How fast would Cuba take us out if we were them and they were us? You know what I'm saying? We're just some little island floating out in the middle of the Pacific or Atlantic, whatever that ocean is they're in.
I love listening to that.
What are you talking about? All right, here we go. A lot of people love... Thank you. A lot of people love Belzer. Great to hear someone challenge Howard. Regardless of my own politics, it just makes for a better radio. Belzer's great. It's great to have Richard Belzer in for the news. He's the best. Together, you guys are so funny. I always get a stomachache from laughing. You see, so some people like Belzer.
Great bells of fire.
I love Belzer. Appreciate letting him voice his opinions. The Stern crew are a bunch of Republicans. Get a life. This morning's show, when your guest Richard Belzer said we shouldn't go to war with Iraq, was one of the best radio shows in the history of radio. How can this guy rape this country by working at one of our great television networks, live in a land of pussies, France, and then have the balls to rail against the greatest country on the planet and be against the war? You and Adam Carolla really set him straight. I had to pull over because I was laughing so hard there were tears in my eyes, and I couldn't see the road. Funny. Really great radio. At first I thought the guy should be banned from the show, but then, who would rail against these idiotic left-wing celebrities? These celebrities are morons. And on and on and on. Keep up the great work. I love it when you speak on the issues. So, as you can see, the audience all over the place. A lot of people hate High Pitch Eric. They watch the E! Show.
You know, yesterday I hated High Pitch Eric.
Yeah.
Because his phony phone call sucked.
Right.
Then his real phone call sucked.
Everything sucked. Yes, Marianne from Brooklyn, go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Howard. How are you? First, I want to say what people don't understand about 9/11 is you're living with it every day. Our lives have changed drastically. We will never go back to September 10th and feel the way we felt. And Saddam Hussein's son is saying that September 11th would be a picnic. So why these so-called actresses and superstars are saying they don't want a war? I don't want a war. I have a 19-year-old son, believe me. But what's the alternative to this?
Of course we don't want a war. Nobody wants a war.
I have a 10-year-old and a 19-year-old. I lived through Vietnam, and I have a bracelet from a vet, and he never came back. So what do people expect us to do after September 11th?
Well, that's the problem. Sheryl Crow wore a shirt that said, war is not the answer. So wear a shirt that tells us what the answer is.
I wish, Howard, believe me, you know I got a mouth. If I knew the answer, I would say it. But people don't realize.
If you said it, we turn it off because of your voice.
Howard, come on. Howard, listen to me.
She got a bracelet from a vet. She should have given you a ball gag.
Howard, you thought that I was a bad singer. Now, people like me, you know what our problem is? We happen to love to sing. That's the problem with that. See, we think we could sing good.
Thank you.
Howard, Joan Rivers or Florence Henderson? Which one, Howard?
Florence Henderson.
Okay, love you.
Thank you.
Love you.
We have a game we're going to play today. Which 70-year-old woman would you bang if you had to?
Going into the 70s.
Yeah, it's going to be a very disturbing show today.
Outside of the family?
Outside of the family. No mothers included.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
Kathy Griffin is here.
You're kidding.
She's not 70. She's like 65.
Very young. Chris, Chris, go ahead real quick, and then I'll get Kathy in here.
Yeah, Susan Sarandon last night. She comes on and she goes, what are we going to do when our children start coming home in body bags? What did we ever do to the Iraqis? That was her question. That's what she wanted to know.
That's the point. We didn't do anything to them.
What did the Iraqis ever do to us? That was her question.
What did they do to us? Okay, well, they financed 9/11. They overcharged us for oil. They invaded Kuwait, threatening our oil supply. Where do you want me to begin? Not only that, Saddam Hussein has had a history of trying to destroy one of our closest allies, Israel.
Debate Susan Sarandon.
Bring her in here. I wish you could use the C word.
Yeah, it's so effective.
Use it, Howard. Use it.
I can't. They'll bleep me.
No, that's all right.
Thank you. How about that? I could say this word. Con.
What?
Con.
That con?
That con. Susan Sarandon, that con.
That's a guy from Star Trek, right?
Yeah. Kubla Khan. Susan Sarandon, it is a big con. Oh. How about this? That cut.
You know, they're always worried about our kids coming home in body bags, but what about putting them in body bags out here after those a-holes blow up a subway or something like that?
We have plenty of body bags here.
Susan Sarandon is a cud.
Howard.
A cud.
Howard.
A cud. Susan Sarandon is a big country.
Howard.
Yes.
Howard?
Yes.
Yeah, you know who is sponsored by? The owners of Ben & Jerry's.
Oh, well, they're con.
They're countries. Ben & Jerry's. Ben & Jerry's. What is that?
Those two hippies with their ice cream.
Hippie. Shave yourself. I might have to boycott Ben & Jerry's.
There you go. The boycott of Ben & Jerry's starts today.
Why is Ben & Jerry's telling me what to do? Ben & Jerry. Ben & Jerry.
I don't even know who they are. What do they think?
Ben & Jerry are two guys who went to Oberlin College, and they had an idea to open up an ice cream store. Good. That's a good idea. Leave it at that. Leave the warmongering to the disc jockeys.
Oh, and Howard, by the way. Howard?
Yes.
By the way, they just ran your story again on Channel 11.
Yeah, they can't get enough of that.
Emily Francis.
What?
Emily Francis was the one. She does the gossip on Channel 11 here on the morning news, and she ran your story again.
Yeah, here you go. I got it right here.
There you go.
And she's another con.
She's fine now.
Another con.
She's another con. Well, anybody want to hear Cabby's State of the Union thoughts? Or I would rather talk to Kathy, but do you want to hear him?
For a second, if he's not making any sense, we can dump him.
Hey, Cabby.
You know when we're going to war, don't you?
March.
No, February.
Why?
My buddies call me. They're Marines. They're actually over in Kuwait. It's going down February.
Oh, here we go.
Actually, why do we need a war? Aren't they so unsophisticated over there? Can't we just in the middle of the night sneak in and shoot Saddam Hussein? And
Apparently, we haven't been able to do that.
They've been trying that for years.
Really?
Yeah. He's smart. You know, he's smart. You got to give him that. He's been hiding out since the Gulf War.
He's got 500 different homes.
I heard he's got like 3 guys who look like him.
He's got more than 3. He's got like 20.
Yeah.
You're saying he might not even be in Iraq, that we're going to go in and kill all his lookalikes. Because, you know,
Sarandon and all those little activists and those frickin' actors and those singers, and why don't they? How many limos do they got that guzzle gas? And how many private planes do they fly on that suck down that JP4 jet fuel?
You know what?
Did you hear what the president said last night?
What did he say?
He's talking about a hydrogen-fueled car.
Really?
Yeah, I was really impressed.
What does he mean? He invented one, or he just heard about it?
He invented one. He paid Al Gore to invent it for him.
What's this hydrogen fuel?
He's going to get behind the development. He's going to encourage the automakers to dump money into the development of a good hydrogen-fueled car that'll run on water.
Oh my God!
And it won't pollute.
Let me tell you something. It does seem. You know, listen, I'm a dummy. I don't know how to do any of this stuff, but it does seem kind of incredible to me that somebody hasn't invented something like that. I mean...
Well, we've been so in love with the car that we have that it's been hard to wean America off of it.
I would love a water car.
Yeah, I got some water.
Would it have the power and the speed that a gas-fueled engine does?
That's what he's hoping, that we develop a car that's good enough to get America off the gas.
Give me... Does President Bush say anything about an invisibility machine that we can use to defeat Saddam Hussein?
You know, I don't think he talked... I fell asleep, but I didn't hear him talking much about the microwave bomb. Which
That's what I think's cool, the microwave.
Talk about.
That we have a microwave bomb, which is really...
Zap him.
Well, it'd be really cool to blow those guys up and then also,
cook them.
Cook hot dogs at the same time.
Let me ask you this, Howard.
Yeah.
Any word on the DNA test?
Yeah, we're going to have it by the end of the week.
End of the week.
Did you guys get your blood drawn?
Well, they did the swab, on CSI.
Yeah, I'll be talking more about the DNA test on Friday.
Okay.
All right, dude.
All right, thanks.
Later. Anybody want to hear Riley Martin's take on...
Oh, my goodness.
This is this black dude who writes books about aliens abducting him, but nobody buys the books that I know of.
The aliens don't abduct black people, do they?
They apparently abducted this one.
Riley.
Yes.
Nobody actually buys your book, do they?
Yeah, the first edition is sold out, Howard, but we are printing again. It's back in print.
How many were printed in the first edition?
3.
2.
Just a limited edition, some thousands.
Really?
Thousands.
Really?
I called you because there's going to be a lot of UFO activity starting in earlier part of February.
Are we going to be able to see it, or just you?
Just Riley.
The world will see it. There'll be a lot of sightings over the Middle East, Israel, the battlefields and all this. They're here to check out this new technology that some of the powers have. In particular, the EMP machine, the electromagnetic pulse machine. This thing can fry electronics from a distance. And they think this is rather nifty.
Aren't they worried that's going to knock down their spaceships?
Yeah, if I was an alien, I wouldn't want to be flying when we start the scuds going.
Well, it is possible to knock down an alien ship, but you've got to do it with something like a particle beam, an ion particle beam.
Yeah, do you have one of those? Do you have one?
I do not have one, but some of our scientists does have the concept, and they may very well have one.
How about I use a snowball?
Going to Vegas, Howard. You said something about going to Vegas in February?
Yes.
Out above Arizona, Utah, Nevada. In that area, there's going to be a number of sightings because of some technologies they have out there. So you might see them while you're in Vegas.
Okay, well...
And if I were there with you, you would probably definitely see them.
Oh.
Thank you very much.
Let me ask him a quick question. Why are all the sightings in unpopulated areas where people drink a lot of grain alcohol?
No, they do show up over major cities such as Phoenix, Arizona, Mexico City, and they're filmed above these cities.
Let me ask you a question.
Why wouldn't they reveal themselves to everyone?
because they're not allowed to interfere, Howard. They're not allowed to take over.
They have the Star Trek code?
No, you call it what you will, but they are not allowed to come down and take over, even for your own good.
You mean they cannot intervene on our behalf?
Right.
I understand.
The book is back in print. The book is back in print. TheComingUp10.com.
You're saying the aliens have the Prime Directive?
Magazine I sent you.
You're telling me the aliens have the Prime Directive?
Howard, if you call it a Prime Directive or what have you, they're here observing. But they're not able to just stop, come down and land. If you do that, then anyone with a stronger power than yours could come and tell you what to do all the time. They cannot allow this out in the galaxy.
Let me ask a question. The aliens only seem to show up in desert cities like Phoenix. Are they retired Jews or are they aliens?
The aliens go back a long way with the Semitic people, though, even from biblical times.
Riley, I got to go, but thank you. Give your website again.
TheComingUp10, TAN.com.
Thank you very much. That's Riley Martin, who never makes sense.
Hold on, Howard. He was about to make the link between the aliens and the Hasidim, and you cut him off.
Well, sometimes you just got to keep the show moving. Well, Kathy Griffin's here. I don't know who Nancy is.
Nancy Griffin, I don't know.
That's Nancy O'Dell.
Nancy O'Dell Griffin. Kathy Griffin's here. She's going to come in and say hello to us. She would not appear with Stephen Baldwin. I was going to have them in together.
He's not here.
No. That would have been great. Because they're evidently fighting. After they did Celebrity Mole, which was awful.
I do like the show.
I hate it.
It's not as good, though, because they stopped torturing them. The stunts are easier now.
All right, let me take a break. We'll come back. Adam Carolla's here. He's got Crank Anchors premiering March 4th at 10 p.m. on Comedy Central. Kathy will join us. And a whole bunch of other stuff, too, including a judge who is... I don't even know how to capsulize this. I will tell you a story about a judge when we get back, right after these words. Adam Carolla joining us today. Also, check out E! tonight. E! Television. Tonight, a very special Howard Stern show. Cabby reunited with his birth mother.
That's tonight?
That's tonight after a lifetime of searching. Crybaby Cabby. Oh, look at Kathy. Looks lovely today. Crybaby Cabby, crackhead, covered in tattoos. I'm reading this. It goes, after a lifetime of searching, this crybaby crackhead covered in tattoos finally meets his real mom. Nice promo.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a heartwarming, feel-good episode you won't want to miss. Hey, Kathy.
Howard,
I didn't know
you guys?
I didn't know you were good friends with Adam.
I've known Adam since he was a construction worker, which he's still very proud of.
Yeah, well, it's his blue-collar roots.
Yeah, keeping it real. You hear that, listeners? Keeping it real. Not hanging out in clubs with Carson Daly.
Howard, I don't understand why you're upset by that story.
I'll tell you why.
I think it's fun and whimsical.
It's not to me, and I'll tell you why.
Oh.
I'm very aware that guys are asswipes, and I got 3 daughters.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the story is that I walked into a club. Think about this. This is what they're saying. This is who I am.
Sure, you're the essence of Howard.
Right. I walk into a club.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately, I see Carson Daly.
Big slut.
Who, I say, you know what? I can pick up more girls than you with my bottle of champagne than you can with your bottle of vodka.
Cristal.
And then I conducted a contest to see which guy could get more women over to him. And the point is, my girlfriend was out of town. I dropped these guys off, and I left in 20 minutes. I got 3 daughters, and they think their dad, at 49 years old, is still going to clubs trying to have contests with Carson Daly to see if he's hot.
Mm-hmm.
It also implies that I'm unfaithful, that I was on the prowl for chicks when I dropped some guys off and I left.
Now, what about when you spank girls in chairs?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like you to address that.
Well, see, I'm sitting here going, he does much worse things on the radio.
Yes,
because
daily.
On the radio, I'm doing that for my job. Okay?
Okay.
That's something I do, a gift to my audience.
What about when you're outside pimping?
See, when I'm off the air,
right.
I have been in a 2.5-year relationship, which I've told my daughters, and I'm not cheating. Hey, Adam.
Yeah.
I didn't know Kathy was at your wedding.
Yeah, she was.
I forgot you cried at your wedding.
No.
Dude, you were crying because you're going to be with that girl on the bus. Did Kathy say anything funny about Adam's wedding?
No. I just thought it was weird that she was there. Like, I didn't know they were that friendly for them to go off on that whole tangent and, embarrass Adam like that.
Well, I went to her wedding, so it's like one of those things where, like, someone invites you to their wedding, so they got to go to your wedding.
If you cry at your wedding, imagine how you're going to cry at your divorce. That's when you're really going to have to give something up.
Yeah, no, she's a dear, dear friend.
I still can't get past the fact that I had to give away half my money. I cannot get over it. I'm in therapy over it half the time.
That's what you talk about in therapy?
Sometimes. I still can't get over that. I worked for the money.
Dude, there's times, I swear to God, you don't even know it. Sometimes you mumble it in here.
I know. I mumble.
You do. I've seen you, like, rummaging through your bag going, I can't believe I gave away half my money. I swear I'm not making it up.
I cannot believe it. I just can't. I'm in shock that I got...
You know the one that hit me hard, what you said one day that really hit me hard, that really brought it home, was that you said, I gave away my future, my security. In other words, this was your retirement money.
Exactly. That was my Holocaust.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Wasn't that bad.
You know,
You might be a little charred around the edges.
I'm a survivor. I had numbers tattooed on my wrist.
You must have really lost a lot of money. Yeah. Me, it wouldn't be that. I wouldn't care as much.
Yes, you would.
You'd be hit harder than Howard.
Dude, let me tell you something.
I wouldn't.
Yes, you would.
You know what? Let me tell you something. When you're out hustling every day, which I know you are, people can goof around. I know you're
really hustling.
You're working every weekend. You're doing all kinds of stuff. Some of it fun, some of it not so fun.
Yes.
Because you know what? A lot of people would like to just slack off on the weekends, and I know you're not doing that. I'm telling you, dude, when you got to hand over half your money, it's frightening. Because you're the one who hustled for it. It almost makes you wish you never hustled.
But see, you got to understand something. You were in a position where you had enough of it, where half was enough.
No, let me tell you something.
John would get...
The guys who get really hurt...
He'd have to give away more than half.
Are the guys who make under $100,000 a year. Because if they manage to save $30,000 in the bank after 9 years of marriage, and they finally have a house, even though their mortgage is up to their ass, suddenly they get out, they got no house, and they got maybe, if they're lucky, $10,000.
But wait a second,
they're starting over.
When you have 2 children, okay, there's 4 of you in a family, husband and wife and 2 children. When you get out, you're not giving away half. You're really giving away 75%.
Absolutely.
You got to take care of the kids. You're giving half just to the wife.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but you're free.
But you're free.
I'm not. Listen, if you're in an unhappy marriage,
you used to say before you did it that the reason divorce was so expensive was because it's worth it.
Yeah, well, listen. I ain't saying listen.
That's what you used to say.
I am saying that that young guys who get married have no idea what they're signing in terms of a contract. I think people are starting to get the awareness that you're signing a legal contract that says you will lose half of everything you work for, regardless of your situation. If you make $10 billion, you've got to pay $5 billion.
But let's say this. There's a guy who decides he's going to get married.
Right.
And then he's going to have children.
Yes.
And the wife will not work. She will not have an income.
Right. Right. Go ahead.
And then they decide to get a divorce.
Go ahead.
What is she supposed to do?
She's supposed to get a settlement that will take care of her and the kids.
That's what they're doing.
Who's to say how much is enough for that?
Right.
Well,
should she have to change her lifestyle that she's been
No, I don't think
gotten into?
If he has to, she has to.
I think
but
that
suppose there isn't any need to have a lifestyle change if you split it right down at the middle.
No, that's wrong.
Why?
And you know what? Let's put it this way. Let's say you had gotten married. But reverse the situation.
I don't do those things.
You're smart because you understand the contract.
But I don't do those things.
So if my wife
I'm asking about people who do.
Okay, if my wife and I got divorced, right? Just say she doesn't need satellite TV. She doesn't need high-speed internet connection.
She's gotten used to it.
She doesn't need.
No, but these are things that, like, in other words, if she went to the lawyer, she would say, "Well, listen, I need $5,000 a month to run the house," and he would say, "Why? Well, the satellite bill is $80 a month." Where does it say you get massages? Where do you get that? And then what they do is because I hear friends talk about this all the time, they run it through like the kid's clothing, and you say, okay, the kid needs a new jacket, but the kid needs a $100 jacket, not a $500 jacket.
When you're married, it costs you $100 for a jacket. When you're not married, it's $500.
Right,
for a jacket.
But, there is injury there. Maybe the person who's asking all this stuff didn't want a divorce.
Okay, Robin,
maybe they don't, but what, someone's going to be forced to live with them?
Then
but you got to pay to get out.
What happens when it's the guy who's madly in love? It's not
a fair contract.
It's the guy who's madly in love and the woman leaves. The rules aren't any different.
Right, the guy still pays.
And that guy's injured. Where's his payment?
Well, then he should just stay.
Yeah. Stay with someone who's cheating on him?
Yeah.
Bob, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard. The only thing worse than getting divorced is trying to get a prize from the Stern Show because Stuttering John won't give me the freaking prize you awarded.
What prize?
So what's up with that?
What prize?
I like Dinner Cruise. He says I don't want it. So, like, then I'm not going to get it.
Ignore him. This is a regular caller who's a wacko. And
you gave me the
They don't use the S word.
That's what you said.
You're so full of it, John. You just don't want to give it to me because you know me. Come on.
I don't want to give
it to you. You guys lying?
I'm not lying.
You know what? We have his number. They're looking into it.
No, he's not. John's a freaking liar.
This is that guy Dan Howard.
It's a big deal. You know, like...
What is it? It's hard to understand this guy lies so much. It's hard to tell what the truth is and what isn't. I can't figure it out.
He first said that he didn't want the prize.
He said he didn't want the prize.
You just was on the air last week saying that you told us that you didn't want it.
3 or 4 times. You're so full of it, John.
I don't
and he's also impossible to talk to.
It isn't coming out of my pocket.
Well, let John finish the statement, and then I'll listen to you.
All right.
I thought you said last week that you initially, when you were on the air and won the prize, you said that you didn't want it. Is that not true?
No. I joked about it, but I do want it. And Howard said if he couldn't give me that, he'd give me something else. Obviously, in the middle of January, when it's like 20 below, maybe you don't want to be on a boat. Maybe they don't even have a cruise at that time of year.
So you know what?
Don't even confuse the issue with that crap.
So we'll put you on hold. We'll take your name and number, and we'll give you the boat cruise.
No, you're not.
You're getting a boat cruise.
You're going to jerk me around.
No, I'm telling you.
I'm not jerking you around. We're giving you what you won.
I got you. This is the first.
You said you didn't want it.
This is the first I'm hearing of this whole thing. But I know this guy in general is difficult. But that doesn't mean he doesn't deserve a prize. I know. Give us your name and number. I'll put in the.
I don't even know that this guy won a prize.
Yeah, we don't even know.
Well, we'll check into it.
You're cool with it. I think it's just them. Because I know that you're not.
He's impossible.
I think I have care about who gets the prize.
No, we do. We care.
I care who gets the prize.
I'm saying we really would I keep a prize away from a guy like it's coming out of my pocket?
Look how defensive John is. That's how you know he's lying. Just look at him. Look. I mean, you know, if he was telling the truth, he wouldn't be so defensive.
See, what this is really about is this guy just loves. The longer he stays on the air, the happier he gets.
This is the guy that wrote the unauthorized biography about him.
Oh,
big freak.
Okay, he's gone.
I got a compromise, fellas. Why don't we just put him on that dinghy those 4 teenagers were on in Long Island Sound? And
how about we don't put him on a dinghy? We just stick him in the river.
Did you hear the latest?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Did you hear the latest on that story, the dinghy story?
No.
Yeah.
The operator she was a rookie, right? So she put in for address. She was trying to get the call through. She kept putting in Long Island Sound.
That's all she heard.
But it kept kicking it back because she didn't. The computer doesn't know where Long Island Sound is. They need a street address.
Right.
No, she didn't hear City Island. Which is where their location was.
So she asked the person next to her, who's been there longer, what should I do? And they said, just log it. You just log it and we'll take it.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So that person gets suspended.
She apparently called the supervisor, and the supervisor didn't know what to do either.
Well, you got to figure who's working at 911. I mean,
but if you can't hear, they were on a boat in the middle of the water, and they were under distress, and they were screaming. But she couldn't make out City Island, and she couldn't make out anything else. They said that might have given them a clue of the location.
She couldn't, but you have a tape of it. You bring in a supervisor, people who work there.
The supervisor was brought in.
But did he listen to the tape?
I don't know. That's a question
sounds like he didn't.
The supervisor.
They would have been long gone, right?
They say that, but it would have been nice especially if you're the parents of those kids, to know that 911 had sent somebody down there to investigate when they got the call. Russell, you're on the air.
Yeah, Howard.
Hey.
Hey. I want to tell you about the divorce and see if yours is, you think yours is still real bad.
No, I just think every guy's divorce is bad because every guy has to give up half his money.
Well, I give up a little more than that.
What'd you give up?
Okay, what happened with me is I wound up getting the divorce. She got the house. We had 2 vehicles. She got the new one. I got the used one. And then to come find out after the divorce is settled, and I had my retirement plan because I retired from a major telephone company. After I got my divorce and I went for my retirement plan so I could get the extra money out of that, well, that check was cash. She was also awarded my whole retirement.
And you didn't know that?
It's legal? Yes. No, we weren't allowed to file that. They said that was mine because that was for my retirement.
See, who's to say your wife couldn't go out and get a job, too, and make her own goddamn retirement?
That's still not as bad as Howard only being left with $50 million.
I love you guys because you tell these women not to work, not to struggle to have a career, and until you're tired of them or get rid of them, and you say then, go out and find a job.
That's not bull.
Who's telling them not to work?
I didn't say I tell anyone not to work. And
yes,
not only that,
you did.
No, wait a second. When you have kids, your wife shouldn't work.
You said you're not working now.
I don't have a problem with guys paying for their kids and their ex-wife. I'm saying how much is enough. And that's something you've agreed with me, at least in private, about.
I don't know how much is enough.
Okay.
Can't they project like what your wife would have made if she followed her career?
No, you see, because that's not fair either.
That's not fair.
She's never going to make that.
Because she's never going to make that kind of money.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
And this is something I've always tried to figure out. Has the money that you...
I'm saying that before anyone can get married, a person has to sit down with a lawyer and bang out an agreement with their wife. It's got to be mandatory.
And what does the agreement say? It can't say anything.
Everyone's individual. Everyone's got to do their individual. If like, for example...
What would you have said if you're in your 20s?
I would have said, look, here's what I think.
But you wouldn't have. You know what the problem is?
That's
in fact,
right.
when you were 20,
half you would have been fine.
You wouldn't have thought of anything.
Then I would have gotten an agent. Because here's what you do.
It never dawned on you when you were 20.
It didn't dawn on me because you don't think about stuff like that when you're 20. When you're 20, you're naive. You think the rest of your life sounds like maybe 5 more years. You don't think in terms of...
And that's why we're saying at 20, you wouldn't have said what you're going to say now.
Right. That's right. And so that's why it needs to be explained to people, taught in school, that you're about to enter into a legal contract where everything you earn, I don't care if you have a newspaper route, you have to give 50 cents of the dollar to the other person in the marriage, whether you're gay, whether you're straight, whether you're... You, from now on, whenever you go to work, you owe that person, whether they lift a finger to help you or not, 50 cents on every dollar. Now, once that's explained, then they say, sign on the dotted line. Now, when it's presented that way, you say, wait a second, legal contract, I've heard you're supposed to get a lawyer when you enter a legal contract. Right. Most people don't. So then they would go to a lawyer and say, listen, I'm about to sign a contract. Does this sound dumb to you? I'm about to give away, every time I go to work, every time I drag myself out of bed, every time I do something, I got to give away 50 cents on the dollar. And the lawyer might say to you, well, if you're going to ask your wife not to work and you're going to have children, it sounds fair. And then you go, it's fair? Okay, fine. 50 cents on the dollar. Lawyer might say to you, 20 cents on the dollar sounds a little more fair. Since you're being asked to pay for some services here. If you went to hire a housekeeper, which is essentially what we're talking about here.
That is not necessarily the same thing. She doesn't just keep house.
I'll tell you something, Rob. If you went to buy a house, if you took a job,
everything's a legal contract.
If you took a job, would you say, well, pay me what you want, and if anything happens, we'll just figure it out then?
If you went to hire the best nanny on the planet, the best nanny, Mary Poppins.
The manager.
Hold on. Decorator, please.
2 more jobs there.
Decorator. I hired decorators. Mary Poppins.
Pay her. She supervises all of that.
Mary Poppins.
Absolutely does.
Mary Poppins is the greatest nanny ever was. She could fly with an umbrella. At the most, you'd have to hire Mary Poppins. I don't know what they paid her. Let's say they paid her $200,000 a year to fly your kids around. That's way too much. It's very generous.
She did speak English.
Yeah.
Hey, Howard.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The going rate for a nanny right now, Howard, is about $2,000 a month.
Okay, so bump it up to $4,000 a month. Call it even.
So that's for $48,000 a year.
There you go.
There should just be a ceiling, like a box you check when you make more than $200,000 a year, and that's the maximum. Doesn't matter if you make $2 billion a year or $201,000 a year.
You shouldn't get married if you're not willing to pay the price.
Exactly.
Why is marriage a price? Why do you have to pay a price?
Exactly.
If you break a ending contract, it should cost a lot of money. The thing is supposed to be for life.
If you break if you break any other kind of contract, if you break a contract with a company, you don't pay the way. You don't pay
Those contracts don't say for life. This one says for life.
That's right, and I don't think people understand the contract.
And why is it so unromantic, Robin? If the guy says, "Hey, can we sign a contract?"
I didn't say it was unromantic.
Who said it is?
Well,
How come you didn't sign one? What's wrong with you? I thought you were a smart guy.
Because
you should know.
I don't think my wife would ever, rake me into the coals.
Yeah, I know you have to believe that.
What are you kidding me?
I'm telling you.
You think your wife's going to walk away and just take whatever you decide to give her when she knows she's entitled to more?
I think that if it ever happened, we would settle it out.
She's going to let you.
Let me ask you something.
That might be, I know it sounds naive, but I just,
John,
you're naive.
John,
your wife
who ripped off these other guys? It was their wife.
Yeah, John, your wife is in a cult, the cult of John, and once she gets out of the cult and she gets into the cult of lawyers and friends, she's going to be a different person.
Yeah.
It's not her fault.
Exactly. No lawyer's going to let her be in the cult of John.
Every guy here was, if they were ripped off, they were ripped off by a wife.
Plus, Howard, I am one of those ones who think that if I would have said it to my wife in the beginning, she would have just been repulsed by it, that I would actually say that.
So?
And I got a friend, this guy at Atlantic. He sent, his father's a lawyer, his father sent his wife the prenup his wife to be. The wife said, "No way am I signing this. I'm not gonna get married if I have to sign this."
So what happened?
So so she didn't sign it, and he got married because he wanted to marry her.
Why would he get married?
Because this guy's got a lot of money.
But why would he marry someone?
Hey, Howard.
Of love.
Love? You know what? I could love you. I don't have to sign a bad contract with you.
See, but you're in love now.
Absolutely.
After the fact of what happened. For guys who are in love before that happens, no one believes it's going to happen to them, especially when they're in love.
Right.
What would Mary have done, Gav? She wouldn't have
signed it.
Yeah.
Not a million years. She would have been like, "What are you talking about?" First of all, if I told you what I was making when I was working, she wouldn't have.
Between you and me, your wife would have signed it.
What, to split the $40,000 a year I was making?
No, she would have signed it. She wanted to be Mrs. Gary Dell'Abate.
I don't know. You know what?
See, you guys have no faith in yourselves. Listen to this.
You're right.
This is what you hear.
Yep.
You guys have absolutely no faith in yourselves, and you sign everything away.
I should have done it in the beginning. I should have said it
You get your wife to do everything. How could you not get her to sign a prenup?
It's just not. It's just. I think it's.
Let me tell you, if your wife won't take you over the coals, why don't you have her sign one now? Since she doesn't care.
Do you want to call her?
I'm not going to call her.
You still can't ask. Look at you.
Since your wife doesn't care about money, why wouldn't you ask her now to sign one?
John,
because she cares about money.
John, let me paint you a little scenario. Everything is hunky-dory now. Everyone's in love. The bloom is still on the rose. And then Kathy Griffin comes on the radio and starts talking about some bitch you're in a bus with in San Diego. You know what I'm saying, brother? It could happen.
Adam, are you pissed at that she said that?
No, but I am gonna have to do some work.
You know what? Adam came in here today laughing at you.
Now, wait a second. Adam, is your wife 2 rooms away right now?
Yeah.
Did you wake her up during the break?
Did I?
Yeah.
No.
Her friends already there.
I don't want to anger the beast.
Hey, Howard, I got a personal question for you. This is a very highly personal question. I can see how upset you are about the money you lost, and I've always wondered, did the money that you lost, has it affected your lifestyle, or is it just the sting of the work that you did?
It's a psychological thing.
Right,
But someone has to get past.
You see, and that's what I'm talking about. It didn't affect his lifestyle.
But there's nobody on this planet that I don't hold any grudge against Allison. I think that is the divorce laws, and that's the way it's set up. I don't hold any grudge against her.
You're not mad at her. You abide by the laws. You're mad at the law.
That's right. I'm mad at the law. I don't think that young guys who get married understand the idea of a legal contract. You know, it's a funny thing. When I first got into radio, of course, nobody wanted to sign me to, let's say, a contract. But I got taken advantage of so badly. I didn't know what I was doing. I know at 18 you're supposed to be a man and know everything. Guess what? You don't. There's a lot of sophisticated 40, 50, 60-year-old guys who've been around the block who see an 18-year-old and take advantage of them, not only in business, but in every single way in life. And I suggest to you that it's every parent's job to sit down with a son, with a daughter, and say, look, here is what's going to happen. You're about to sign a legal agreement. Nobody sits there and explains exactly what the legal agreement is. I know in my radio career, I got terribly taken advantage of. People would do terrible things to me. And I didn't know. I didn't know any better.
But the one thing about the marriage contract is they do tell you it's a contract for life.
Yeah, well,
I'm
suggesting.
The one thing they tell you.
I'm suggesting a lot of people don't know what that means when they're 18, 19 years old.
And Robin, you still haven't factored in what happens when it's the woman who's decided it wasn't for life, and then you still have to pay through the nose.
Right.
It's still a lifetime contract, and women have to pay in certain situations as well. It all depends on who's making the money.
1% of the time a woman pays.
Who's
really?
making the money? Most men are making the money.
Go ahead, Lewis. You're on the air.
Hi, this is Lewis. I have a friend of mine. He's been it's a year and a half of divorce. His wife was caught cheating on him. Photos, surveillance, tape recordings, you name it. She's getting the house. She's getting half of all the finances, plus he's got to pay $5,000 a month.
Where is the justice in that? And this poor slob probably got... How old was he when he got married?
I think, he was married 14 years. He's 35 now.
21.
21.
He's 11. Oh, okay.
Right? It's unbelievable.
Right.
And the judge said, in this day and age, adultery is acceptable.
Yep.
Hey,
you guys got rid of fault divorce. It's no fault now.
I don't think any of us in this room got rid of fault divorce.
Oh, well,
Howard.
Yeah, go ahead.
Howard, I don't want to bring the show down, but I'd like to make an observation. Remember at the end of Lenny Bruce's career, he would just go on stage and read his court transcripts?
Are we in that area?
I think we've passed that.
All right. Okay. Then we're gonna drop it. Maybe you're a good barometer.
But you're saying nobody in this room, guys. Look in the state legislatures. Look in Congress. It's men. Men make the laws of this country.
You know what? Men make the laws, and.
But then why did the women get as much as they do when they're
because men are jerks. I don't know why that all happened.
I bet you men didn't make the laws. Lawyers make the laws.
Yeah. Men who are lawyers, they don't even have a penis. Men who are lawyers,
they're geldings.
Yeah. Speaking of men who are lawyers, Dominic Barbara, what's your rap?
Well, first of all, we still have fault divorce in New York. If you don't agree, if both parties don't agree, one has to try to prove that they have sufficient ground.
Yeah, and then guess what? You have to hire a lawyer for $10 zillion and go to court. So Dominic gets all the money.
Well,
it ain't worth fighting. Just lay down and take it.
And after 33 years of doing this, and I've done over 6,000 divorce cases,
you become very rich.
Men do better than women usually in divorce cases, whether you accept it or not.
Men do better.
Yes. The exception is the poor guy earning less than 60, 70, 80 a year. Howard's right.
That's who I'm talking about.
Right, but if guys are making $1 million, $2 million a year, the wife may end up with $350 a year out of that. The husband ends up with much, much more.
Well, I don't get that. I don't know how. I wonder what planet they're living on.
Dominic, how did you make out in your last divorce? You did okay?
He had a prenup.
Oh, really?
Of course, he's a lawyer.
No,
he's a lawyer.
In my last divorce, my ex-wife and I were very fair with each other. And
did you have a prenup?
I can't talk about that.
He had a prenup. He told me he had a prenup.
But I don't fight.
You don't wait a second. You're not even allowed to talk. You're a divorce lawyer. You're completely savvy on this stuff. You had a prenuptial agreement. Your wife had to take whatever you gave her.
That's not true. And her lifestyle hasn't changed at all.
Okay. This is silly. Goodbye.
You just hung up on Marlon Brando?
Yeah. Ridiculous. Guy's got a prenup. He's sitting talking about.
Yeah, you know how has bothered how you know when he says that when he goes to Atlantic City he'll only play the $10 tables at blackjack. Excuse me. What?
I play a $10 table.
Yeah, because
that's where I play. You've sat with me. You know what I play for.
You said on the air you only play blackjack with 10.
Wrong.
I can
wrong.
Tape of it.
What do I play blackjack for? You've been to Vegas with me. I don't sit at a $10 table.
No, but you know what? You have said on the air that you
told you that I have a respect for money.
Yes. So
to see a guy dropping $10 grand a hand is disgraceful.
But I'm saying that's why it must kill you about losing so much money.
No, it's not about... Get out of my show. Get out now. Leave me. Leave me alone.
Like, more than $10.
You don't know what I play more than $10 a hand, stupid.
Well, you've said on the
air. All right, whatever I've said. You haven't sat with me? You don't see what I bet?
No.
Get out. Get out. Get out of the show. Get out. Get out of here. I hate you.
When are you going to Vegas, by the way?
Leave me alone!
Aren't you going to Vegas soon, Howard?
We don't know.
We don't know yet. I'm having a meeting tomorrow about it.
Hey, can I say something funny, though, Howard? When you first got divorced...
I don't want to talk about my divorce.
Let me alone. When you first got divorced, you were saying, I lost all this money and everything. I was worried for you for a couple of months that you weren't going to be able to live.
No.
But I couldn't tell.
I was not in that situation. It's upsetting for any guy. And I told you, it's worse for the dude, as Dominic just said, who makes six... Everyone leave me alone.
But did you hear what Dominic said?
He said the dude makes up better.
Get off better.
Right.
Yeah, well, guess what? Not all of them.
You didn't change your lifestyle. End of story.
I wish to hell Mr. X would sue you for palimony. I really do. I'm going to talk to him. Where is he, Mr. X?
Oh, my goodness.
He's working up a palimony suit. I know it. Mr. X, that's my hero. I can't wait. Half of that quiver's fortune is gone.
Sure.
Because he hung out with you and banged you a few times.
Somebody left me a voicemail and called him Stedman.
Well, did you cut the horse in half, or does he just get one whole horse and you get the other horse?
Oh, man. Anybody want to hear Ralph Sorella on divorce?
Oh,
what do you know?
What does he have to contribute?
What do you want to contribute quickly?
First of all, don't you think, especially in this day and age, and I think you're kind of saying this, if you're stupid enough to get married, you should pay. You have to pay.
Yeah, because by now everybody knows. By now everybody knows.
Yeah, no shot. And these guys are, like Gary is so dying to get married, so she married him, so he should have to pay for it.
But listen, this is coming from a
pay
guy
fairly.
who could only legally get married in Hawaii.
Hey, Howard, though, too, seriously, don't you think Allison, you needed to get married?
Yes, absolutely. I'm not saying I wasn't in love. I'm not saying there's anything wrong. I'm not talking even specifically about Allison, about my marriage. I'm saying the divorce laws in this country are way out of skew. That most guys don't know what they're signing, and they're naive.
Though, that if somebody had sat you down
and
explained all of this to you, you still would have done it.
That's why the laws need to be changed. People are insane.
Well, I think what Howard's saying is instead of leaving it up, you know how you have to wear a seatbelt whether it's your idea or not.
Right.
When you get married, you have to have a contract.
Don't leave it up to me. You know what? You know me? I wouldn't even wear a seatbelt. I don't even believe the hype. But because I don't want a ticket, I wear the seatbelt.
But when you buy a house, you have to sign a contract. You have to.
Right. And they make you get a lawyer.
All right, Lenny, let's get to the news.
All right. Thank you. Robin, what's in the news?
Oh, my goodness.
I hear Fred scrambling for your news thing. Cabby reunites with his mother on E! Tonight. That's the big news. Oh, here's some news. Let me start the news, because I don't know if you have this, Robin.
What?
Okay, this is out of New Jersey, Mercer County. There's a murder trial going on, and they're picking a jury, and the guy who is accused of the murder, his lawyer is saying no one is allowed to ask whether they are fans or foes of the Howard Stern Show. Now, listen to this.
Whoa.
Here, let me explain it to you this way rather than read a whole boring article.
Okay.
Because according to Adam, I just bored you with divorce conversation. All right, here we go. Defense lawyer is saying, actually, I kind of explained it wrong already. The defense lawyer is saying, look, I don't want anyone on the jury that listens to Howard Stern, because Howard Stern is a racist and a piece of garbage.
What kind of a trial is this?
Murder trial.
Okay.
He goes, I don't want anybody listening to anyone who listens to Howard Stern Show won't be able to fairly judge my client.
Oh.
So the judge said wisely, you know what? Oh, wait a minute, maybe he wasn't wisely. Oh, wait, no. Judge Paul T. Koenig Jr. disagreed, however, and told Bowell that jurors would not be asked about... I got this all wrong here. Hold on. I'm not... My reading comprehension's off today.
Is there race involved with the trial?
Let's see. Let's go through it. The defendant, Malvern Lewis. Yes, race is involved. The defendant, Malvern Lewis...
You don't think that's a white guy?
...is charged with stabbing to death his ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend. Lewis's lawyer, Gerald Boswell, doesn't think anyone who is a fan of a racist and sexist like Stern should sit in judgment of his client. Judge Paul T. Koenig Jr. disagreed, however, and told Boswell that jurors would not be asked about Stern prior to qualifying them to serve. The judge is right. He's smart.
But wait a minute. Why did your name come up at all?
I don't know.
The lawyer just brought it up?
Yeah, the lawyer said, I want to know if they're Howard Stern fans. I don't want any Howard Stern fans sitting on my jury. And the judge said, what does that have to do with anything? If you listen to Howard Stern, doesn't mean you...
Doesn't mean anything
about
that case.
Now, weird?
Just means you're a divorce expert. That's all it means.
But at the defense lawyer's request, the judge agreed to ask all prospective jurors if they regularly watch TV cop shows as CSI and NYPD Blue. What's that about?
What does television have to do with any of this?
None of this. The guy's just throwing up all kinds of weird crap.
There's too much blame put on TV and radio and all that crap. Anyone that's not retarded can make their own decisions.
Maybe I'm not retarded. Yeah. And I can't make my own decisions. Hence the bad contracts I signed. Lewis was charged with murdering his girlfriend's boyfriend. I don't know why you would need to know if you're a Howard Stern fan, but that came up.
I wish somebody would dig into that. I wonder what the show had to do with this case at all.
Nothing. That's what the judge says. This has nothing to do with anything.
Well, you think your show has more racists listening to it than other morning shows?
Yes, I do.
All right, then.
Well, let me ask you something. Maybe somebody was listening to something. I don't know how it was introduced.
He just doesn't want anyone who listens to my show would be a bad person to sit on the jury, which is fine by me. I don't want to do jury duty anyway, so you just go in and tell everyone that you're a Howard Stern fan. That might get you out.
Because your fans would be sitting there going, jury duty. He said duty. and then laugh maniacally for like 20 minutes.
What else is in the news, Robin?
Oh, my God.
Besides me.
Right. I was going to say there's a wonderful article about Britney Spears on page 6 But now you throw everything into question with your story, that the story about you on page 6 is not true.
Well, I probably believe the one about Britney Spears. What's it say?
Everything else is true.
Everything else is true, but the one's about me.
Well, it says Britney Spears has had 3 guys in 2 weeks.
Hey, she's a young girl. She's dating.
But, you know, my thing is this Fred Durst. How bad does he look going on the Internet writing notes about how much he loves her and telling reporters how much he cares about her? Meanwhile, she's kissing everything that moves.
Yeah, you know what, Gary, we ought to get Fred Durst on the air and ask him, what is he, having a nervous breakdown?
It says Britney hooked up with Colin Farrell now.
Who's that?
He's the guy who co-starred with Tom Cruise in Minority Report. He's going to be in The Recruit with Al Pacino. And Heart's War with Bruce Willis. And he's just making a swath across this country. He just freely admits, I'm into casual sex. I come into town, I bang, and I leave.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of guy he is. They say that...
that's my credo, too.
Even though you're married?
Yeah. I roll into Dana Point on a bus, I see Kathy Griffin, I bang, and I leave.
Right.
Spears, they say, pounced on him at the Troubadour, where they were listening to some Irish folk singer. And she just joined his chain-smoking crowd, and the witness says that Britney looked to have had a couple of drinks. Colin looked to have had a couple of drinks. He saw Britney looking a little woozy, and he went in for the kill.
Nice.
Started lip-locking all over the place, and then they left together.
God bless alcohol.
Well, is Fred Durst dating her, or what's going on?
Fred Durst has been with her. In fact, he flew out to the Sundance Film Festival to spend time with her.
There must be some good poontang if you're flying out to the Sundance Film Festival. That's a lot of boring movies to sit through. Hey now.
They say this Farrell dude has been linked to Demi Moore, Josie Moran.
Demi Moore is so hot, and Josie Moran's even hotter.
Yeah. And, a few other people that you wouldn't know.
How about Demi Moore and those Charlie Angels promos? Holy mackerel.
I haven't seen those.
What a bod on that broad.
I'll tell you, I would like to smell that Collins penis. That would be enough for me.
Meanwhile, with Demi Moore, I read something about her and Chris Rock in the paper the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at
they
this
said
guy.
they weren't going to say they were on a date.
And he's married,
because
right?
Chris Rock is married.
Yeah, so it's bad to date when you're married, right?
Evidently.
They see a movie together.
Oh.
And she was laughing giddily at everything he said.
Yeah. Funny how he comes to life for Demi Moore. What's doing with Chris Rock?
I don't know.
I haven't hear from him anymore. I don't think he's got anything going on.
I think maybe he's out there working on a movie or something.
He's making horrible movies lately, isn't he?
And that's
or has
a lot
he always made horrible movies?
Yeah, it's a lot of work to make that many horrible movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are apparently a lot of horrible movies to be made.
Do you think he could ever recover from all... If all he needs is one hit, he knows he's going to try until he has one good movie.
Yeah, he'll fall into something.
Yeah. What he's good at is stand-up, man.
But his time is running out with these movies, don't you think? How many more flops can he have?
I think 5.
5 to 7.
5 to 7 flops.
The over-under 6.
He's making a movie now that he wrote where he's going to be the President of the United States.
Yes, I heard about that. Billy Joel is recovering from his injuries, and in page 6 they say the reason, I guess, that he was alone in that car, everybody knows he's got a new girlfriend now. His girlfriend was away on business in Los Angeles or something, so they expect her to be rushing back to take care of Billy.
Nice.
Meanwhile, everybody's speculating that Christy Brinkley is going to take some legal action
against Billy?
Against Billy because he's had a couple of accidents in the last 7 months.
And she doesn't want their daughter driving with Billy.
She says her daughter was in the car hours before this accident occurred.
What about her? She's out crashing helicopters every other day.
Right.
Yeah.
He should just countersue. He should say, you know what? Our daughter came driving helicopters with you. Yeah, okay. We got to take a break. We'll be back right after these words. I was just listening to tapes of Carson Daly and Dave Chappelle discussing me on the Carson Daly show.
Oh, really? What did they say?
Nothing really
interesting?
No. I mean, it was very nice.
Yo.
I don't know that you would want to hear it.
It was just good for you, your ego.
Howard Stern is the man.
Yes. Thank you, Dave Chappelle.
Well, I don't know if you stayed up late enough to watch the President's State of the Union address last
Hell no.
You don't know? You don't want to know what the State of the Union is?
I know his address. No, I don't. You know what? I would have watched it if I was awake, but I had to get to sleep. I got a job.
Well, you know, isn't it important where the country's going? I mean, it's one night.
Yeah.
The President was on, and he gave a rousing speech about the economy.
The State of the Union thing, it's like they have Arsenio's audience out there. It's like he says 2 words and everyone applauds and hoots for like 10 minutes, and then he clears his throat and then everyone applauds again.
And by the way, do you talk to your therapist about your inertia?
What do you mean?
Your inability to fly on a plane and...
Oh, we can't even get to that yet.
Oh, geez.
We have so much...
talking about the divorce.
I'm only up to 2 years old now. I haven't been on a plane yet. Inertia, man. I can get it up.
What? That's not what inertia means.
What is it, Ralph? Would you wake up early today?
Or did you not go to sleep?
Yeah, I was up at the crack of 9.
Yeah. What's up?
Hey, you know what I think is kind of funny is like these women getting back to divorce that you can't get rid of, like Christy Brinkley. She's busy at the accident there taking pictures.
Yeah.
Well, she does have a daughter with the guy she's worried about.
They got divorced 16 years ago. She's still involved in his life.
She's still involved. Can't somebody else take pictures? I mean, it's a
You know why? That's
story.
her work. She has no work to do.
Yeah.
She has time to take pictures of Billy Joel's car.
If you have a kid with somebody, face it, they're going to be in your life the rest of your life.
That's the worst thing.
And you know what's funny? Billy has to pay for the film and the processing.
Right, of course.
He already bought that camera.
Poor Billy's in the hospital. His wife's taking pictures with a camera he probably paid for.
Hey, listen, before you hang up on me, can I say something about Jimmy's show?
Yeah.
They need Adam bad.
Oh.
I agree.
Very nice of you.
I agree, by the way.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Well, that last night was, like...
Painful?
Painful.
I have not seen it yet.
Because he's a good guy and he's funny, but he just doesn't have, like, a personality to host a show. He's too laid back.
One of the things I noticed, though, is the guests aren't mic'd very well.
Well, the guests are horrible. Yesterday it was Tammy Faye, some weird Tammy Faye Baker. Who even knows her anymore?
Goodness.
What do you mean?
Some weird ghost lady or something who was jumping around, and Snoop Dogg, who's no fun anymore because he's not high.
Right.
So he just sits there like a lot.
Yeah.
And they got this
I like when Jimmy
set, all this stuff going on, but nothing, they're not doing anything.
I like when Jimmy goes to Snoop Dogg and Snoop has nothing to say.
Right.
He's asleep.
I never saw Snoop not have anything to say.
He's as laid back as you can be. He's almost sleeping on this show.
Adam, any talk of you coming in?
Yeah, they have him co-hosting all week.
No. Adam, how soon are you going to be brought in or what?
What time is it? No, there's no. Jimmy's doing a great job. The show looks good. It's
he's doing the best he can. I mean,
finding its legs.
I love Jimmy.
First week.
Yeah, it's the first week. You got to be fair to him, though.
Yeah.
I like the snow episode.
Here's the thing. Here's the truth about my partner and sometimes lover, Jimmy Kimmel.
Yes.
He is one of the smartest guys I know. He's one of the funniest guys I know.
You know what? Let's go back to talking about my divorce.
Award show.
Yeah, and Adam, what?
And he has not hosted a show of this scale before, but he is good at everything he does, and he's a good student, and he's a quick learn, and in a couple of weeks he'll be running it no problem.
Give it time is what he said.
I think Chevy Chase is sitting home laughing at him.
Adam needs it to do. Adam needs it to do the show to do badly for a few weeks, so they'll bring him in.
Adam, you're feeling kind of good about it, aren't you?
Yeah, truthfully, yeah. We're not on the air, are we? No. Here's the deal. Guys like Chevy Chase and Magic and Rick Dees and guys like that, they don't have the comedy chops. I mean, they're not that funny. And they're not going to go anywhere. They're not going to be any different in the fifth week than they were in the first week or the fifth year. Jimmy is a truly funny guy, and he just needs to get acclimated. And once he gets acclimated, look out, America, and then look out, world, because Jimmy Kimmel's coming.
Yeah, but
and I'll be right behind him holding a cup of coffee.
But
poor Chevy Chase lumped in with Magic.
Can't they give him some good guests?
Well, Magic.
What's that?
It's the first week of the show. Can't they give him some guests?
Yeah, that would be nice. But you know, these goddamn publicists, they're such pussies. They don't want to book anyone on anything new, and they're all cowards. And I really hate publicists, and it's all their fault. And America should know about this scourge.
Can we talk about divorce?
Yeah, because I mean, this is getting close to reading transcripts.
You're not kidding. Let's. This is your Lenny Bruce moment. The defense of Jimmy. Jimmy's a good guy. We wish him well. That's all there is to it. That's it. Let him do what he has to do.
I like the show.
That's right.
I like that snow episode where they just kept dumping that fake
there
snow
you go.
on everybody.
That's good. Do that every night.
Yeah. The other day I read some article that said that plastic surgeons had voted Elizabeth Hurley as having the perfect face.
No.
I was like, why her?
If it has my spew all over it, it's perfect.
Yeah, it looked like one of those rocks out in the ocean that the seagulls crap on.
Then it's perfect.
Great jugs, though.
Yeah?
Yep.
They say she's dating, the other day they had an article in Page 6, she's going out with some married dude.
Oh, yeah?
So worse luck with guys.
Married dude?
Yeah, still married.
Well, you know, everything in that Page 6 is true, you know.
I believe it.
Yeah, I believe it, too.
I used to believe it.
You'd like to believe it, but they're making it difficult for you. You think you've been ripped off? Listen to this. This woman, Joanne Zansky, believes that a psychic ripped her off.
Yeah, well, guess what? She did.
Kept selling her magic wands to take care of her problems.
Right.
And she's bought several magic wands to the tune of $5,400.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
And
you got a moron here.
4 months of these magic wands, she started to think they weren't working.
Where's this woman from?
Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, or wherever it is.
She initially caught on when she saw the good humor stamp on the side of one of the magic wands. 7 million popsicle sticks in her apartment now.
She finally called her sister and she said, you know, I don't think these magic wands are working. And
well, maybe she didn't pay enough for them.
Sister said, you know, you better go to the police. But the police don't know if any crime was committed.
No.
Because she paid for it.
Of course. It wasn't like she said this is something else. She said it's a magic wand.
Right. The woman sold her the magic wands and told her the price, and she
maybe
bought them.
She's not using it properly. She should watch Harry Potter. Those kids do amazing things with those wands.
So I hope, you know, somehow her magic wand starts to work.